Second get a shout out? I guess it does. I'm on birth. I guess it does. Hello. Hello, Hummus 420. Wiz, sup, fellow vegans? I, Brody, and Salgan. I forgot. I know you mentioned it in the comment, but I forgot how it's spelled. Hello, everyone. Mustache check. Pretty good. Pretty good. Weather is okay. It's not too warm, not too cold, not sunny, not nothing. I thought it would be a good time. He yelled something. I'm not sure what he yelled. I thought it would be a good time. Hello, Dandelion Gum. A car just turned left in front of me, and then he yelled something at me. But I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what he was yelling. Hey, Casey. Yeah, so I thought it would be a nice day to do a little bit of outreach. I'm a bit tired, I won't lie, so we'll see. Maybe we'll do an hour, maybe we'll do just very little outreach. It was between doing none at all and a little bit. Been working on videos all morning. I have a video specially made for members that will go live tomorrow. Um, so, yeah, yeah. And I also been working on more shorts because I noticed that the more shorts there are, the more people get to the stream. Hello, Marissa. So yeah, so I've been working a lot. Hey, you wanna have a conversation with me?
I'll talk.
Are you okay being live on YouTube? You wanna come here so that you interview? What's your name?
Jared.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Jerry. Where you from?
Jared.
Jared. Where you from, Jared?
The States.
Where in the States?
The Northeast, New England.
New England. Is that a state?
No, it's the region where the 13 colonies were, specifically up by New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, that area.
Love it. Love it. So, Jared, I'm Chip. I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for animals. Do you think animals should be treated like objects?
No,
No. But do you think when we farm them, we slaughter them, we're treating them like objects?
in certain respects, I would see some people saying yes to that.
Is there a way that that wouldn't be a form of objectification?
Not one that comes off the top of my head without giving it some more intensive thought.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we don't need to do this to them, right? Do we need to farm animals?
Currently, to how society forms, technically, yes.
Technically, yes. Why would we need them?
Well, think about how all society's set up relevant to agriculture and how we, produce our food.
But we don't need to eat animal products, right?
I wouldn't say yes. Matter of fact, I wouldn't say no either.
Can we be healthy on a plant-based diet?
Some people yes, some people no. I can't just say yes for the entirety of humanity, or
Can you be healthy on a plant-based diet?
I'd be willing to try.
Okay. But can you be healthy on a plant-based diet?
I believe you could.
Okay. So then, do you think that when you're paying for animal products, thus animal farming, thus animal to be exploited and slaughtered, do you think you're telling animals should be treated like objects?
No,
No?
no.
But they are, right?
In one case you could say yes, in one case you could say no.
In which case can you say no?
I would say relevant to how people grow up and how we get our food. Some people wouldn't see that way. I would say I wouldn't. That doesn't mean I'm not open to understanding why the other side would say yes.
Okay, so why would you say yes then? Because you said on one side you see it as objectifying.
I would say yes because, and just to clarify, yes to not seeing it as objectifying animals, or yes to seeing it as objectifying animals.
Are we objectifying animals or not?
I would say yes to the circumstance relevant to how people view animals as, saying second class feels a little weird. How people see animals as not on the same level of humans.
Does that matter? Like if I see women as not at the same level as men, does that mean I can objectify them?
No,
No. So, but if I do, and I do objectify them by saying, I don't really care what you want, I'll just do what I think is best for me in regards to you. Like for instance, when it comes to animals, we kill them. That's pretty clearly happening all across the board, and no single animal wants to die. So we don't really care if they want to live or not. We don't really care if they want to get pregnant or not. We impregnate them and we kill them. Do you think that's not a form of objectification by us simply ignoring what they want as individuals and saying, what I want out of your body is for you to produce milk, it's for you to have a baby, and for me to grow larger so that I can kill you and eat you?
I wouldn't say that's a disagreeable statement.
So you agree with it?
I acknowledge it, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that then when you pay for animal products, you are paying for animal objectification? Maybe unknowingly.
It's possible.
Okay. Do you think that then, given that you said animals should not be treated like objects, then do you think that you're then going against your own values? Or would you rather say animals should be objectified, should be treated like objects?
I'm not exactly sure how to answer that properly.
Why is that?
It requires me a bit more thought relevant to making sense of it.
Why is that?
I would say so because it's not something I would actively think on. So I don't want to just blurt out a random yes or no answer and just blindly say, yes, I agree with you, or no, I don't agree with you. I believe that will require a bit more thought than just saying yes or no.
But you agree that they're objectified when we farm them, correct?
I will acknowledge that, yes.
Okay. So, and you do agree that you are paying for them to be farmed?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. So you are supporting the objectification of animals. This isn't there's no thinking in between. This is just a logical conclusion of it, right? Of these two sentences, the logical conclusion is that you support animal objectification.
Unintentionally, but I would acknowledge
Unintentional,
that, yes.
yeah. And you also acknowledge that you don't need to, right?
Logically.
Yeah. So then going forward, do you think that there's any way to go through life without being a hypocrite about this specific value? Because you say animals should not be objectified, while at the same time you support animal objectification for something you don't need.
I would say it's possible, but it wouldn't be an easy process. There's a bunch of things you would have to come to terms with first, but I would say it's possible.
What is possible?
To recontextualize how we utilize animals in the system we have, and more specifically, to your point, live a life that does not, contribute to the objectification of animals.
Do you think we should use animals at all?
I would say yes.
Yeah. Given that we cannot get consent from them, would that be fair for us to use them however we want? Like do you think we can use them with our interest in mind? Do you think we should use them with our interest in mind?
I would say yes.
Okay. How does that go? Because that goes directly against you saying they shouldn't be objectified, and that's a form of objectification. Because you don't care about their consent, or the fact that they cannot consent.
I'm honestly not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Do you think it's slavery what we do to animals? It's a custom to slavery? The fact that we use them however we want without caring what they want out of it, and they're not getting anything out of it, only we benefit from it? Or if they are benefiting, it's just a byproduct because we only care about our benefit.
I wouldn't say slavery in that same vein. Relevant to understanding slavery, how would you quantify the opposing factor of slavery for animals then?
What do you mean?
What would you say
Liberation.
All right, then clarify the liberation. So that way I'm making
We
sense.
don't exploit animals. We don't touch their private parts. We don't say, I'll use you because I can, because I have power over you, or because I think you're inferior. We leave them alone, and we get everything we need without using them because we can.
Okay.
Right? Liberation means you let them do their own thing. It doesn't mean you help them or anything else. It just means you let them do their own thing. Somebody was with the smokes and smokes.
Oh no, I just had a Belgian.
So what do you think you should do going forward from this conversation?
I would think I would at least put an effort into looking into more non-meat based products, researching methods that could be applicable to the society I live in, well, the country I reside in, to put a better effort into not doing that.
Meat, dairy, eggs, leather, all of it, right?
At least make the attempt, at least try.
Okay. I'm gonna give you some resources. Do you think until you get yourself informed, you have a moral responsibility to not pay for these products?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I don't feel as though committing to something without understanding it and comprehending it would be worthwhile.
Do you think you can watch The Minion? It shows you exactly what animals go through, and then you can start forming an opinion.
I can't make a promise I will, but at least check it out.
Okay, do you think you can adopt a plant-based diet until you watch it?
I don't make commitments to things I'm not entirely sure of yet.
Okay.
So I don't want to say yes to that.
But you've already acknowledged that you're objectifying them, and you already acknowledged that that's bad, so why continue doing it?
Because I haven't done my own research yet.
What kind of research more do you need to do? You acknowledge that they're objectified and you acknowledge you're against it. So doesn't that mean you should stop?
Oh no, I'm not referring to
objectifying
the objectifying part. I'm referring to the plant-based stuff. Looking into it more. That is what I'm referring to.
What do you need to look into? I'm a certified nutritionist.
Well, places where I could purchase them, how the process works in terms of how the method for creating these plant-based products are done.
Why does that matter? Like, let's say the method is one that you don't agree with. Does that mean you should exploit and slaughter animals?
Relevant to the method, that's why I can't answer it, because I wouldn't understand the method of the plant-based part, which is why. So I'm just trying to make sure I have my thoughts together. I don't like doing run-on sentences. I do believe that if it is a process I don't agree with, I wouldn't adhere to it. But at the same time, too, I'm recognize that I feel indifferent to the slaughtering, which is why I might be giving these contrasting statements.
So wait a minute, just to be clear, if I understand it correctly, are you saying that you're indifferent to the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of animals, but you have a strong opinion on the process of creating a plant-based product?
No. What I'm clarifying is because of my indifference to the reality, it is not something I've thought on relevant to the continuing process for how we procure our meats and stuff. And because I know so little about the plant-based section, I don't want to blindly say yes. That doesn't mean I wouldn't magically say no to the entire process for the plant-based side.
But you can't do that until you get informed about the animal product, so that you don't no longer exploit and slaughter animals. Because you have one certainty at this point in time: if you're going to buy an animal product, you're going to pay for animals to be exploited and slaughtered. You may not know the process of what goes on in the processing of plant-based products, but you have a certainty on this side. There's something you said it's wrong. So then, clearly, on this side where you don't know where you're uncertainty trumps knowingly bad, right? Like, you should always go for uncertainty instead of knowingly bad.
Fair.
Right? That's all I'm saying. So, and I mean, I'm just saying until you watch it. Like, just watch one documentary tonight, and until then, try a meal or two. You might be open-minded. Like, there's so many places here in Amsterdam that are plant-based, and all of them have so many options, and you might end up realizing that, holy shit, I enjoy them a lot. Like, there's a thing called Karma Kebab. It's somewhere around there. Like, you just go the first street on the right, and then before you reach the river, somewhere on the left, it's there. Amazing kebabs, made plant-based, fully made out of celery, of all things.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me, man. Have an awesome day.
Thanks.
Let's be compassionate, okay?
All right. Good luck with more interviews.
Cheers. He didn't really want to answer any questions, did he? He didn't really want to answer any single questions. Well, that's okay. We get them to think a little bit. That's what we're trying to do, huh? He was hard to grasp, Chip. You did well. Yeah, well, sad conversations. I was very nervous that he'll become defensive. Very nervous, because people like that who are generally quiet throughout conversations usually get nervous. He didn't, so that's very nice. Usually become defensive. He didn't, so that was good. Hey, Martin, nice to see you here. Thank you for being here. We need to consume meat to be healthy. Maddie, can you show me the evidence that we need to consume meat to be healthy? You're making an empirical claim? I expect some form of empirical evidence. Hi, you wanna have a conversation with me?
Yeah,
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You wanna come here so that change you? What's your name?
Clau. Clau.
Clau, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Mexico.
Mexico. Oh, I love it. Mexico is one of those amazing places for food and nature and people. It's just a great country.
Yeah.
So, Lau, I'm Chip. I'm an animal rights activist.
Okay.
I try to speak up on behalf of animals. I try to be their voice. Do you think animals should be treated like objects?
No.
No. But do you think that when we farm them, when we slaughter them, we're treating them like objects?
Actually, as food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As food, but it's not food we need, it's food we want.
Exactly.
Right? So doesn't that
Exactly.
mean that we're objectifying them by us choosing to say, I don't really need it, so I'm gonna exploit and slaughter you?
Sorry.
So
Again?
when we choose to buy an animal product, we don't really care what the animal wants.
Exactly.
And if there was a form of necessity out of it, you could say, well, I wasn't treating them like an object. I understood they're individual, but I had to do it. But when there's no need for it, we cannot possibly respect their individuality by saying, I don't care what you want out of your own body or your own life.
Yeah.
I just want you to be impregnated, to be exploited, to be milked, and to be killed.
Yes, that's true.
Is that so? So, do you think that is that bad? Is that good? How do you see it?
I don't think necessarily that it's bad or good, but it is what we are used to, and it's like what the society taught us to do,
Yeah.
and we don't consider it, as we've been doing that for a long time, we don't consider it like a sinner.
Have there been instances in our history where there have been stuff that we've been doing for a long time?
Yeah,
And
actually-
society thought they were normal, but they
Actually,
weren't actually
the
good.
ancestors, I think they used to eat less meat than we do nowadays.
Also, that's also true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But other things like throughout our society, have there been things that we did as a society that now we see them as injustices?
Sorry, again.
So have there been in our history things that we did in our society
Of
that,
course,
that we
always.
consider them normal and now we see them as injustices?
Yes, always.
Can you give me an example?
War, for example.
War? Yeah, that's one. Yeah. Women not having rights.
Exactly.
Slavery,
Exactly.
right?
All of that.
So all of
Actually,
these.
we live in a society based on the abuse of the less privileged,
We do. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Do you think
how do rich get rich,
it's fucked up?
Exactly.
Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
No.
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 But do you think that when we humans farm the animals, when we support it, we are exerting a form of abuse of power onto them?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And do you think we can choose to stop? Like, do you think we need to do anything?
Yes, we can do that. There's proven many different options to give us the right amount of proteins and stuff that we need
Yeah.
as human beings, and it has not to be necessarily meat.
Yeah.
But the culture of meat is so huge that it's really hard to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's a educational thing.
Yeah. I mean, everything
Yeah.
that was so prevalent in society, that was so normalized, it was difficult. Especially when if we look back, if you pick any moment in our time, for example, I don't know, maybe middle of the 1700s or beginning of 1800s, it looked like slavery is never going to end, but yet
Yeah.
eventually it did. So that doesn't mean we should give up or that we should not continue fighting for.
But I
For
think it takes years,
Yeah,
and maybe decades.
Obviously, yeah.
But I think we've been making changes. We're getting more conscious about that. And also, I used to be vegetarian and vegan also.
Yeah.
And I think from when I started, like 15 years ago till now, you have a lot of huge of options, you know?
Yeah.
And plus, the way we eat nowadays, it's really not really healthy. Everything affects us and give us illness and stuff.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, you as an individual, do you think you have some form of responsibility for what
Of
happens to
course,
animals?
yes.
Yeah.
Every time we choose what to eat and where to go, we are putting a vote on that.
Yeah. So what do you think you can do then?
Vote as my choose every time, you know?
Yeah. So
And I mean, I used to practice a lot of activism back in the days, but you know, life changed. Now you do different activists, so I don't know. This is on
Are you
ourselves.
vegan?
I used to be.
Used to be?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be vegan to you?
Well, I think it's a choose. It's an election for yourself, you know.
But what is it?
What we're talking about, you know, about to respect the consumption global system, because it's not even about, I care about the animals, of course, but it's not even about that. It's about the whole system.
No, being vegan is about the animals.
Yes, of course, but that represents like you are giving a chance to the whole system, you know, because we are like consumption massive. So, I mean,
So being vegan is to animals what being a feminist is to women. It means respecting their rights at the end of
yes,
the day, right?
exactly.
It doesn't mean there's a system behind it. Like it's not an end all of all problems, right? It's not an end all of all forms of oppression. At the end of the day, I do think that what we do to animals is very reminiscent of what we do to ourselves also, like the form of oppression. We see them as different, therefore it's okay to oppress them. And I do think that if more people would be vegan and if we had this vegan philosophy of mind where we say sentient beings like animals should not be exploited even if they seem inferior, even if they are different to me, then I obviously think we would have less conflict between us because we would have way more similarities between us than we would with animals. But if you right now are consuming animal products, do you think going forward, is there any way to live up to your own values where you say animals should not be treated like objects, it's wrong what we do to them? Do you think there's any way for you to live with your own values, to be in line with your own values while still consuming animal products?
Yes, of course. And I think also there's two options. Either it's like, for example, sustainability nowadays. Back in the days, nobody cares about it. They thought it was like a bunch of hippies, you know? And now, this country, for example, is pioneer in sustainability. So it's a matter of time and education. Either you choose by yourself or the government will start pushing you to do it, you know?
Or you mean like for the environment?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the animals, because I understand the environment, but if you ask me, I don't think we should be killing people if it betters the environment. Do you think we should be killing people if it's better for the
No.
environment? So in that same way, I don't think we should be killing animals if it's better for the environment. I think when it comes to rights, they come before all of these issues because they're individuals who are already born, who, if their rights are being violated, we should stop doing that. So when it comes to animals, do you think that you can respect their rights while consuming animal products?
No.
No, of course not. So what is it that you want to do going forward? Do you think you want to continue violating their rights, or?
No. But sometimes it's hard, you know,
It's
because
hard, yeah.
honestly, vegan products are not easy. I mean, they are not cheap because it takes a lot of
Do you
things
live in
to
Mexico?
do. No, I live in Spain.
In Spain?
Yeah.
Well, actually in Europe, vegan products are mostly cheaper. And being vegan as a whole, or being plant-based as a whole diet,
Yes.
it is cheaper.
Yes, but like I said, it depends on your lifestyle. Because
Yeah.
to be vegan, because I've been, it requires a lot of effort. You know, you
does.
have. I mean, I've done that, and it depends on what you are doing at the moment. But you gotta
But where
plan
does the effort
yourself.
come from?
You gotta plan yourself to buy certain things and stuff. You know, to
Doesn't
make
that mean
the,
with anything you buy for your home groceries? Like if you make groceries, why would buying vegan
Yes.
groceries be more difficult than buying regular groceries?
Yeah, because the system doesn't put us easy, you know? Maybe here in Amsterdam it's easy, you go to a store and you find it all. But in Spain, in some places, it's like, maybe it's not that easy to go
I've been
to
to
the
Spain. It's not that difficult.
grocery. I mean, it requires a conscience and a little bit of effort, you know?
At first, like
Then
this
when
whole,
you are used to,
after a
it's
month
fine.
or two, you're
Yes.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Like so you still live your life, but Any transition that you do in your
Yeah.
life, anything you do will
Yes.
require a little bit of effort at first.
I know.
But afterwards, it's the same. You live your life. Like I don't put in a lot of effort to be vegan. I put in effort to speak up for animals as a animal rights activist. But to be vegan, I don't think there's any difference. Yeah, it was a month or so where I had to adjust, where I had to learn what to buy.
Exactly. We gotta. I believe we gotta be flexible. You know, not all the time we can't do everything perfectly 100%. You know.
So should we, from time to time, like abuse a woman?
No, come on, it's not the same.
Well, what do you mean? We can't be perfect, right? So if you're a feminist, I want to be a feminist, but from time to time I can't be perfect. I gotta abuse a woman from time to time.
Yeah, but you can't compare women with animals' life. I mean,
Well, I can because we're all animals, and I can. But I'm not comparing the women to. I'm comparing the sheer identity.
yeah, but for example, the
the
animals eat the
absurdity of
animals.
saying I'm going to respect women's rights and I'm going to abuse some women in the process from time to time because I find it absurd to not abuse any women. And the same if you replace women with animals, like it's the same logical absurdity, right? I don't
Yeah.
necessarily mean because I can't say I respect an animal's rights by saying, well, from time to time I'm just going to abuse an animal. I'm going to pay for an animal to be killed.
Yeah, I get your point.
You get my point?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to be pushy or anything. I'm just trying to be clear and
Yeah, but
clear
I mean,
about it.
we are living in a society like the education is first.
Yeah.
So if you ask anyone, they won't care about to kill a chicken or to abuse a woman. It's like quite differently
Yeah.
in the level of society because it's not the same, you know.
No, but let me ask you this: do you think that?
And no wait, and I think we need a lot of education to understand that it's a human life, you know, like the animals.
Do you think when we do an action, we should judge the action based on what we get out of it, what our perception of it is, or based on the victim?
I don't get it.
So if I want to do an action, whatever it is, doesn't matter what the victim is. If the victim is an animal, a human, a woman, a child, whatever. Do you think I should care about how I perceive this action? Like I see it as okay, or I see it as not that big of a deal? Or do you think I should care what the victim feels about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you care about what the victim feels about it, it's the thing that you are seeing about how to approach it, you know.
But how should
Because
we judge that
there's-
action?
there's-
From
I mean,
from my perspective or from the perspective of the victim?
well, it depends.
Depends.
It depends, yeah, because there's many causes. People are like fighting for many causes. Some are fighting for water, for pollution, for cars, for I don't know, you know, for plants, for birds.
But if I do an action, whatever action that is,
Uh-huh.
and there's a victim involved, should I judge whether my action is good or not based on
It
my
depends on the
perception of it
action.
or the
It
victim?
depends on the action you do. Because if you are betraying the limits of another human being or affecting some others just to prove that you are fighting for a victim, maybe you are in a wrong place.
But in what situation should I no longer consider the victim? What action can I do where I can do whatever I want and not consider the
Well,
perspective of the
the
victim?
point when you cross the line to affect other ones. Because that's my territory. If you are gonna make or try to hurt me because you are fighting for the animals or a victim, then you are crossing the line and you're affecting me now. For
Okay,
example.
so you don't understand
So,
what I'm saying.
no.
Let me be clear. So
Give
I
me
want
the action, for example.
Okay, so I really want to throw an apple. I just like throwing apples. They're the perfect weight. I like to play baseball and I like throwing apples. And if I throw an apple at the direction of a person, and obviously that person is hit, should I care what that person feels? Or should I care about, well, I got benefit from it. I threw an apple. I don't really care that it hit you.
Of course, you gotta think about the actions.
So should I care about what the victim feels of the action? Or should I only care about what I feel?
No, for the victim.
For the victim.
Yes.
So the perspective of the victim matters, right?
Both.
Yeah. So
It can matter both.
So in that regards, when I was comparing animals or women or all this, when it comes to the victim side, whether you're an animal, a woman, or whatever you are, if you're sentient, you're going to be feeling the repercussions of that action. In other words, if I throw this apple at a woman, they're going to be feeling that apple hitting them. If I throw this apple at a dog, they're going to be feeling the apples being thrown at them. and they're both going to be in pain. And from their perspective, it's going to be just as bad. It's not going to matter whether I see the dog as inferior or the woman as
That's what
superior.
I'm saying. Like, it depends on the action, because why you gotta throw an apple to somebody else? What's the point of wasting apples?
The same point that what we do with animal agriculture. There's no point. I make
Yeah,
money
but
from it.
you
I get
cannot
benefit from
you
it. Doesn't
cannot
matter.
throw in apples just justifying to save a victim, because maybe in Somalia, I don't know, people, they need apples.
But why not? I benefit from it. I work
Benefit from what?
from throwing apples.
Why?
I work out.
You work out.
Yeah.
But that's like selfish.
Yeah, but I benefit from it.
Then you're not doing anything to the cause.
Okay. But if I do you see the metaphor that I'm trying to show?
Yes.
Because when I buy an animal product, I benefit from it also, but I don't care about the victim at all, do I?
Well, we think that we benefit because that's the culture we have. So we gotta
So if my-
change the education.
So
and
if
the
my
we
culture
have.
if my culture was people throwing apples,
That's,
then
if
it
it's
would be okay.
normalized, it's okay because it's the culture, you know.
Oh, so if it's normalized, it's okay?
I'm not saying it's okay.
Okay.
When it's normalized, it's because people think it's normal,
People think it's normal, but that doesn't make it
that's
right.
it regarding that it's okay. For example, when the slaveries were existing, people thought slavery was normal until somebody said, no, this is not good, and they changed their mind. They made laws and educate people. So that's how it is in life.
Yeah. But it was never moral, was it? Slavery was never moral.
Moral.
Yeah, like right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then, by that matter, do you think consuming animal products is right or is it wrong?
It's wrong.
It's wrong. Do you think you can stop?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. Well, thank you for having this conversation
You're
with me. I'm not
welcome.
gonna peddle you too much. I'm gonna give you a card.
Okay.
There's a documentary here called Dominion. Do you think you can give that a watch? It just shows what animals go through.
I've seen a lot.
You've seen a lot.
Yes.
Do you think until you watch it, you can adopt a plant-based diet?
I think I always try to choose plants instead of meat. Yes.
You have a thing there called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day, and they help you go vegan for free.
Yeah. I will have my lunch vegan today.
Thank you. Have an
Take
awesome
care.
day.
Bye.
Bye. I think I need to move because they're doing some construction work over here. I'm not sure how well you guys can hear me, but they're doing some construction over here, and it's very, very noisy. Maybe they're gonna leave. Let's hope so. Yeah, I think they're just taking some pipes and then they leave. You can hear me? Okay, well that's good enough. It's pretty noisy for me over here. You wanna have a conversation? You wanna have a conversation with me?
I'm kind of rushed.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can we see your sign, please? Yeah. It says I'm doing a social experiment. Come talk to me. It's mirrored because YouTube mirrors everything. It's 3 times 2, 6. Depending on the algebra that you define, yeah. But in the common algebra that we all use, 3 times 2 is 6, yes. Depending on how you define the times operator, right? Because you can define the times operator to be a different function. It doesn't have to be multiplication. But if you're asking what is 3 multiplied by 2, it is 6. Yes. Hey Ben, nice to see you here. Honest question, do you think eating meat is intrinsically wrong or just killing animals? I don't have a problem with what you put through your mouth hole. I think a lot of you need to understand that. I have a problem with the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of innocent sentient beings. me see how many more pipes they have. It's very noisy. Only a couple left. Plants are sentient? No, they're not. And if you think that plants are sentient, well, all the more reasons to go vegan, because on a plant-based diet, you kill less plants in the process. It may sound counterintuitive, but the animals are fed considerably more plants in the process. So you kill more plants on top of exploiting and slaughtering an innocent animal. Chip, why would you dishonestly make absolutely no difference between species? Excuse me? What does that mean? When have I dishonestly made no difference between species? I think my claim has pretty clearly been that there is no difference that morally justifies the exploitation, abuse, and or slaughter. It's not that there's no difference. There's a difference between you and me. There's a difference between every single person on this planet, maybe except for identical twins. But I'm just saying the difference does not morally justify the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter. Talk about land use for the audience. Well, it takes between 3 to 10 times more land to produce 1 gram of animal protein versus 1 gram of plant protein. So in that conclusion, you will, when you buy an animal product, you use, I think it was up to 4 times more land, because like meat eaters use up to 4 times more land, because of course you don't only eat meat, right? You eat also other animal products. And you don't only get protein from animal products. Regardless of how much you think you do, you're going to be eating plants alongside, because if you want to have a healthy diet, you should. So yeah, there was a study, and I think it's also in the IPCC report specifically, that showed a vegan diet has the quarter of the usage of the land use of an animal diet, a third of the water use, and I think 40% the eutrophication, something like that. You have a very basic overview of what is going on, says Mark. Please, Mark, elaborate. I'm willing to listen. I'm here to learn also. I'm not just here to educate, I'm here to learn also. So please elaborate me. Never farmed a day in your life, and you're talking about how many acres it takes to raise animals. First of all, I did farm. So you claiming that I never farmed a day in my life is nothing more than you making an assumption about myself. Second of all, whether I have farmed or not does not give me knowledge on the general impact of farming, because the general impact farming has can be totally different depending on the country, depending on the land. So we have several studies coming from multiple countries. Like what I cited, that it takes between 3 to 8 times more land to produce 1 gram of animal protein versus 1 gram of plant protein, is from a study done in Mexico. There's been other studies showing between 3 to 10 times more land. So, like this whole thing appealing to some form of authority, I have farmed, therefore I know better about farming, is just fallacious. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Chip, you are not a farmer. I never claimed I was. I understand you guys have difficulty understanding logical syllogisms or statements. But I never claimed I was a farmer. I just said I have farmed throughout my life, and I did, and I have. So you think farms are okay, but mega structures are wrong? Honest question again. No. I think farming animals means objectifying animals, regardless if the farm regardless if the farms are small or large. I think you're objectifying animals regardless. So it doesn't really matter. How many gallons of water does it take to grow 1 gram of fish? I have no clue. You can look it up. Or if not, I don't know. Why do you say objective? Did I say objective? You look ill. Thank you. Whenever a meat eater tells me that I look ill, I take it as a compliment. I take it that it means I look very sexy, because it's usually that they project. When I look sexy, they're like, you look ill. Thank you. I look very sexy. You look sick? Thank you. I look sexy. You're right. Thank you. You look sick again? Thank you, Mira. Stop telling me that I look sexy, man. I know you like me, but dude, I'm not interested. Farming takes a lot more water than ranching. I guess you're saying that farming plants takes a lot more water than farming animals, but that's highly illogical because of a simple thing called the food chain. Yeah. Well, the food chain, you see, shows exactly how energy flows in an ecosystem, and it shows that the animals who eat directly the plants get more energy, while the animals that eat those animals get less energy. So in that matter, in order to get the same amount of energy, you would have to kill an animal, of course, and that animal has to eat more plants. If you just planted whatever it is that you can eat and ate those plants yourself directly, you would have gotten more energy and used less water. But otherwise, you use more water, not only to feed the crops that feed the animal, but also to, to feed the animal. What is your opinion on lab-grown meat? As long as it doesn't exploit innocent animals, I'm all for it. All for it. Why do you say objectifying animals when they are not subjects in the first place? Well, they're sentient beings, and thus they are subjects. They have a subjective experience of the world. They literally have a subjective experience of the world, and that makes them subjects. Or what exactly makes them subjects? Do you think they're subjects only if you call them subjects? I would say that the fact that they have a subjective experience of the world makes them subjects. Innocent animals, what's that? When I say innocent animals, I just mean animals that have not harmed you. Because a lot of the times when I say, is it okay to exploit and slaughter animals, some people come up by saying, well, what do you mean? What if an animal attacks you? So when I prefix it with saying innocent animals, I just mean the animals that have done nothing wrong to you. Right? To be clear. Killing an animal is the same as killing a plant. No, it is very much not so. Hence why the slaughterhouse workers, the workers that work in slaughterhouses and slaughter animals, they suffer from PTSD. But the workers that pick up plants don't. It's as simple as that. Why do you think the prevalence of PTSD in slaughterhouse workers is so high? The turnover being also 1 year only. Because it's not the same. It's not the same. Animals trash, they don't want to live, like they literally beg, trash, they fight for their lives, they don't want to die. You forcing them into a slaughterhouse, you as a consumer paying for them to be forced into a slaughterhouse, are not just doing it bad for the animals, you're also doing bad for the innocent slaughterhouse workers also, because they're usually coming from marginalized communities, they have no other solutions. So you're harming not only other animals, ton of plants, the environment, humans also. I just fail to see, guys. I just fail to see what exactly motivates you to continue doing it. Like, I understand if you've always done it and you just don't know how to change. But hey, that's why we're here. We have a thing called Challenge 22. And if you can find the link in the description of this stream, it's called Challenge 22. They literally, you just subscribe to it. All of it is for free. They hook you up with a nutritionist, a dietitian even, not even a nutritionist. They help you adopt a plant-based diet for free within your budget, within your means. You might end up spending way less money, getting more protein, and being way healthier in the process. But if you really want to be, like, I don't know, sticky to your, I want to exploit animals because I feel like a bigger man if I exploit animals, I don't know, man. I think you're going to lose in the process. You're going to lose, animals going to lose, and we are all lose in that process. So please, don't be a loser for everybody else, okay? I'd say that everything that lives has a subjective way to interact with the world, even bacteria. I said they have a subjective experience of the world. I did not say that they have a subjective way of interacting with the world. And no, not every bacteria does not have a subjective way of interacting with the world. They're not a subject. They cannot have a subjective way. They have a personalized way, but my phone does not have a subjective way of interacting with my hand or with a different person. It's a personalized way, it's a different way, but not a subjective way. I hope you understand the difference. Subjective means that they are subject of their own experience, of their own universe. It means they're an I. God made animals for our consumption. That is their purpose in life. Well, your God says that. My God says that Jack Slender Z8H is nothing more but an inferior person, and therefore it's okay for me to exploit and slaughter you. Hey, I don't make the rules. It's my God Tofunia that says that. Take off the hat. No, thank you.
Hallo, gaan we te praten? What?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, how much followers do you have?
Not a lot.
Social
Just please don't yell.
Come talk to me. It's good TikTok. How you doing?
Okay.
How many followers do you have?
I don't know, 7,000.
7,000?
Yeah.
What are you
Can
gonna
I say
talk about?
something?
No.
Hello.
Can I join?
Hello.
No, because you're too young.
What if I call my parents? What if I call
You're
my
too young.
parents? If it's
Dutch?
okay.
Are you live?
Can I call my parents to see if it's okay? Can I call my parents to see if it's okay? If I can call my parents. What kind of social
Dude, come on, stop it.
Are you live?
Can I call my Hello, can I call my mom to see if it's okay if I
So
can
what's
join?
your live name?
Let's not. It's too complicated. I need to know that they're an adult or something.
What's your
So
life
I don't. Let's not. I don't feel comfortable doing
Oh,
that.
my teacher is there. My
Your
teacher.
live? Your name?
Yeah, it's this one. That chip guy.
Okay, can I scan it?
Wait, I'm not on TikTok now. I'm on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, YouTube. I have YouTube too.
YouTube.
I have YouTube. Can I join?
Subscribe to Matt.
Okay, you look. I'm gonna subscribe to you. I'm gonna subscribe.
Sure.
Nee, Shebo. Meneer Leders, heb ik toestemming van u om mee te doen?
Ja.
Alsjeblieft.
Social
Alsjeblieft.
In Engels.
Wat zeggen ze allemaal?
Hi guys.
Hello. What's up? Mag ik alsjeblieft meedoen?
We hebben helaas niet tijd.
Nee.
We're here for school.
I get it.
Bye.
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 It's okay. Have a good one.
W's in the chat.
I'm doing a social.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Some of them scared of some kids. Yeah, I'm scared of kids. Of course I'm scared of kids. Kids are the fucking scariest people in the Netherlands, man. What do you mean? As a child in the Netherlands, you can go around punching people and have no legal repercussions of it. So yeah, I'm scared of kids. I'm fucking scared of kids. But that's not it. There were just too many, speaking from too many directions. You know? Glenn says, force yourself into me. No, thank you, Glenn. It's not cool to be cruel. It's not. Quote, I'm scared of kids. Yeah. It's so funny that, I don't know how many of you guys have been to my streams before, but when I have conversations with kids, people are like, why are you talking to kids? When I don't want to have conversations with kids, people are like, why are you scared of kids? There's no winning with all of you. And I don't really care to win. There were so many of them. They were on a school trip and I could not get consent or informed consent from them to be live on my YouTube channel. And if there was no informed consent happening from their parents or their teacher, because their teacher was there, then no. Wild pack of kids. Yeah, exactly. Are you 5? Yeah, thank you. I am. I kind of look 5, yeah. Is there ever a time a vegan would eat meat? I guess in a situation where you would die otherwise, yeah. So if you're in a deserted island and the only way for you to stay alive is for you to eat meat, then I would guess any vegan would do that. I don't know if any vegan. I guess it depends on the person. Because personally, I think there's a thing to be said about companionship. I would probably value companionship more than killing some animals. But, what made you become vegan? Well, learning about what happens to dairy cows in the dairy production is what made me vegan. The fact that they forcefully inseminate them, they take away their babies, they kill them if they're male, and they kill them when they're 6 or 8 years old if they're female. And that's like at a fraction of their natural lifespan. Even bacteria has a subjective experience of the world. Okay, prove it. Prove to me that bacteria has a subjective experience of the world. Most bacteria learns from its environment. That does not mean a subjective experience of the world. Listen, I understand you don't know what a subjective experience of the world is, okay? I understand. Listen, the true love that has a giant cross in your photo. Wow. I mean, I was religious at some point, man, but to have a cross, I've never had a cross as my photo. I'm like, okay, I'm a person. I'm not my religion, whatever. You don't know what a subjective experience is, and that's fine. Learn what a subjective experience is. Learn about sentience, and then you'll find out that animals are sentient, plants are not sentient, and that's the reason why they deserve moral consideration. You're conflating eating meat with harming an animal, which are two different things. Hey, you wanna have a conversation with me?
Sure.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll make it iconic.
You wanna come here to the interview?
Sure.
What's your name?
Genevieve.
Genevieve. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Chip, nice to meet you.
Lovely name. Where are you from,
Thank
Genevieve?
you. New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yes,
Like
very
US?
dry there. Yes.
Oh, okay. Love it. So, Genevieve, what's your take on oppression? Do you think that the powerful should have the right to oppress the powerless?
I would say, for me, oppression is the choosing to have a lack of skills.
Oppression means prolonged, cruel, and unjust treatment.
And I would agree with that.
Okay.
I would say that the willingness to learn skills can be a great defense against oppression.
Sure. But should the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless? Like you're a woman, right?
Sure.
You
Oh,
can agree that there's
yeah.
men that are more powerful than you.
Sure.
Should they have the right to oppress you?
No.
No. What if they do it in a way that you don't even realize it?
I think that happens all the time.
Yeah.
One of the best books I've ever read. If you get to read it, it's fantastic. It's called Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion.
Yeah.
And it goes into the how and the why and the psychology of why we are persuaded to do different things.
Yeah.
So like if I told you, just an example of persuasion, if I told you that in my pocket I have the last Russian Fabergé egg,
Okay.
you'd at least want to see it, right? Because I said the magic word last.
I get it, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I said last Russian Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to buy it or, whatever, but you'd at least want to see it. And so there's all of this language that can be oppression. And if you can see it beforehand or recognize when it's taken too far, then you can fight back.
Sure, but
against
I
that.
mean like cruel and unjust treatment, right? Like we can't say that marketing is cruel and unjust necessarily,
So,
right? Like
I guess-
when I say cruel and unjust, I literally mean like slavery, like taking
Oh.
away your rights or stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody disconsidering what you want as an individual.
Okay.
Would it be okay if somebody did that to you without you realizing it? Like, I don't know, maybe they slip something in your drink every day and then they just take advantage of you every single day. Would that be okay?
No.
What if you're intellectually challenged and you're never going to realize it? They just can't just take advantage of you. Would that be okay?
No.
No. Okay. So even if you're less intelligent and you don't realize it, powerful should not take advantage of you. What if the powerful have a tradition and they've been doing it for a long time? Does that make it okay?
No.
No, of course not. And what if the individual who's being oppressed is, I don't know, funny looking? They look differently. They have a lot of hair on their body or something. Is that okay for them to oppress now?
No.
No, okay. Do you think, and all of these questions lead to this one, do you think we should be oppressing animals?
Oppressing animals?
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible to live in society without oppressing animals. I don't think it's possible to be part of society and not oppress animals.
Well, what do you mean by that?
In high school, I did an 11-page paper on animal byproducts and what we use in our daily life and what we use animal byproducts for in our daily life.
Yeah.
And what's funny too, on another, and so I have a whole list of everything that you cannot avoid using by living in society. I think to not oppress animals, you have to go and live away from society because
Yeah.
we've engrossed ourselves plywood is made with cow's blood. Sugar is made with cow's bones.
Oh, not anymore. No, there's sugar.
No.
That's not. That's
There's sugar
plant-based.
that asphalt to like pave roads,
Also not
sidewalks, ink. If
Also
you like
not anymore.
sports. No, they're using animal byproducts.
Not anymore. No. They're actually there are plant-based products like that.
For sidewalks, for
For
concrete?
sidewalks, for ink, yeah.
But are they used in a grand scale?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I come from Romania. My father, my
So what
my
about
mother
the
worked in the
people
production
that-
of cement.
What
and
about the
stuff.
people that are allergic to the insulin that
Insulin is not produced with animals.
it still is?
No, it's
produced.
no, most of the
yes.
insulin is
No,
made using what is called precision fermentation.
No, I know that, but there's also the insulin that people are allergic to that insulin, and they can only have cows or pig insulin because they cannot
heard of it.
have.
I'm actually a certified nutritionist. Never heard of it.
Oh, okay. That was
But
one of
either
the
way-
things that I was reading was
either
that
way.
the people who can't have the.
I wouldn't call it oppressive when you do something because it wouldn't be unjust. If you have no solution but to take part of it or to use it,
Oh, I think
that
there's
wouldn't be
better
unjust
ways.
necessarily, right?
I think there's better ways to raise and we are called to be caretakers of the land. We are called to be like caretakers of animals and of the land, and I think that there's better ways to do that. I think it's very hard to change language and very hard to change the way we do things. That I could say to you, the sun rises and sets, and that's scientifically not true, right?
What
but
do you
we
mean? I
still
don't know
say
what you mean by
okay.
it's not true.
So
that
we
the sun
say,
rises and sets.
but scientifically that's not true.
What
that
do you
the
mean
sun
that's
rises.
scientifically not true?
I'm saying that the Earth is spinning. The sun's not doing anything.
Oh,
the sun
in that
is sitting
sense,
there. Does
it's
that make
just
sense?
the way we speak.
Oh, I know. That's what I mean. Is
Yeah.
that's just the way we speak?
Yeah, but it's
Is
not
it
be pedantic
scientifically
about
true?
it because it's like if I say
No,
that the sun is rising or the sun is setting, you understand
Sure.
what I mean, right? Like it's not about that. But when I
I'm saying that yes, pedantically, that's pedantics.
Yeah.
But to change scientifically, us saying the sun rises and sets, very difficult to do. To change language like that,
Sure.
to say the sun rises and sets, and I'm not saying that it's not possible. And I think that there's more now available for healthy, non-oppressive ways to raise and like have animals. But
can you farm animals and not be oppressive?
yes,
Can you farm humans and not be oppressive?
so, tell me more.
Can you farm humans and not be oppressive?
Can you explain more about that?
Can you control the breeding process of humans and then the killing process of humans without being oppressive? Without being unjust?
Can you tell me more what you're trying to say? Can you explain more, go in more in context?
Do you know what farming is?
I do. My parents raise cows in Colorado.
What does farming involve?
It means using and maintaining the land for
I mean farming
extended
of
use.
animals specifically, not farming plants, because that's a different thing, right?
Farming of plants versus farming of animals.
No.
That's-
What is farming of animals? I know we use the same word, but they're different things, right? Like farming of animals is a totally different thing than farming of plants.
Sure.
Farming of plants just means we put some seeds, we put water, and we take care of pesticides and all that kind of stuff, right? Herbicides, pesticides, and everything that
Sure,
comes
but
along.
there's a
farming
lot
of
of-
animals,
Okay.
it's not that, right? Farming of animals involve we control the breeding process of a sentient being, of an animal, and we control the death process. That means we kill them whenever we want to. Do you think that's not oppressive?
I think that's oppressive. Have
Yeah.
you how many animals have you raised? Have you raised animals?
Yeah.
What have you raised?
What animals have I raised?
Correct,
Well,
yes.
I had 2 dogs. I had, when I was young, I had sheep, cow, horse, chicken. I had a pet chicken when I was 18. Why?
Oh, okay. Okay, great. I just wanted to know if you've raised
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
I've
helps
raised a lot of
me.
animals. Goats
like-
also. But at the
Goats
end-
are awesome. I wish more people adopted like goat practices and like being able to take goats and eat kudzu and yeah, goats are fantastic.
Goats are nice, right?
Goats are awesome.
Should we farm goats? Should we kill goats for products we don't need?
For products we don't need.
Yeah.
What are the?
Do you
What-
think we need to eat animal products?
I think we do.
Okay. What would convince you that we don't need to eat animal products?
I don't have a good reason on why we shouldn't eat animal byproducts. No.
Well, a good reason would be
Yes.
to not exploit and slaughter innocent animals.
I would say us being curators of the land is important to
Being curators of the land does not allow us
curators
to
of the land
slaughter
and
animals. Okay, but who said we're curators of animals exactly?
The Bible in Genesis.
Oh, it's a religious thing. Okay, but my religion says that I, myself alone, am curator of you. Should I be allowed to enslave you?
No.
My God Tofunia says so.
Is the question then on sentience, or like if I'm a sentient being and I believe animals are not? Is that?
Oh, but we
what
have
the-
science, so I would
Oh, we
like
have
it doesn't-
science of
Yeah,
of
yeah. We have the
sentience.
Declaration of Consciousness from New York, the Declaration of Consciousness from
So what-
from Cambridge, and we have all of those are based on thousands of studies showing that animals are sentient. They're have a subjective experience of the world. They have emotions. They have feelings.
So how do
they
you
have
feel
thoughts.
about bees?
Yeah, they should also not be exploited.
How do we do that and feed the global population?
We base ourselves on GMOs, vertical farming, wild bees, other pollinators. Pollinators are not necessarily only bees. I think bees concluded somewhere around 30% of pollination. So we can pollinate differently. We don't have to require pollination through other. We don't even require pollination through other pollinators. We can literally genetically modify every single plant we want to grow to self-pollinate. So it doesn't really matter.
So with genetic modification, though, there's less chance for natural, genetically engineered over thousands of years.
Why would that be better?
As an option if genetically modified goes wrong.
Genetically
I think
modified,
the-
genetically modified food is thoroughly tested. Any single product that you buy now that is a cross between an apple and a pear, let's say, because there's this product. This product has not been tested for safety. Whereas if it had been genetically modified, it would have been tested for safety.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It's not tested for how it affects like
It is.
other plants, and I'm not saying I'm saying
Nowadays it
tested
is, yeah.
for now, but also like for the future. Like there's
Yeah,
a
it is.
concrete
Nowadays
that
it is,
they're
yeah.
there's a concrete that they've invented that fixes itself because they use bacteria from volcanic vents. They mix wheat germ into the bacteria with volcanic vents. The bacteria is from volcanic vents, and they mix it with wheat germ and concrete. When water gets in, the bacteria activates, and it eats the wheat germ, and then it secretes concrete, and it fills in the cracks and heals concrete. And I think that's amazing, but it's also difficult in that you're taking something that's alive.
Doesn't matter.
Which is what-
Bacteria doesn't matter. It's not sentient. Bacteria is not sentient.
Well, okay. I guess my difficulty is it's alive, but it's very hard to kill. It can hibernate for a long time without needing water or air.
I
or
don't know
anything.
anything about
no,
this, so I
no.
can't speak
I
for
know
it.
that. I'm just saying that they're trying to be much more careful about introducing that into public
Sure.
because they don't know what the long-term reaction is going to be. Plastic was invented to reduce the plastic. Part of the reason it was invented, it was to reduce the use of animal byproducts of like tortoiseshell combs and ivory and like trying to break away from using animal byproducts to use something else but also still live our lives. They already tried that. Guess what plastic's doing now? It's wrecking animal byproducts
But how
and
is it?
wrecking animal
I'm
lives.
just curious. How does any of this morally justify us forcing animals into be pregnant so that we can take away their babies, steal their milk, kill their babies, and kill them when they can no longer produce milk? Because we don't need that. We don't need milk, and we don't need their flesh. So how does any of this justify forcing these animals into these positions?
So I have to go soon, but I'm just wanting to know it seems like you're wanting to lead me somewhere.
Yeah, animals. I
Great.
want to speak about the animals because I'm an animal
Sure.
rights activist. So I feel like when we buy an animal product, we are paying for an animal to be exploited and slaughtered, correct?
There's lots of ways that we have no idea that we're exploiting and we also are trying to live our lives.
But you can live your life without exploiting and slaughtering animals.
I don't think easily.
Oh yeah, easily. You live in a very well-developed country in the United States. You easily have access. I know somebody specifically from New Mexico that lives in a town that is so secluded. I think it's a military town. I don't remember because their husband is a military is part of the military.
Los Alamos.
Yeah.
Sorry, I work in
So
Los
many
Alamos.
options.
I
So many
work in Los
options.
Alamos. There's not a, there's
They're vegan.
sure vegan
They
is,
have a lot of
but do they
options.
still? They're vegan, but they still eat fruits and vegetables, and those
That's
are.
what being vegan means.
No,
You respect
I know,
animals.
but then they don't.
What does
Then they're
fruits
exploiting.
and vegetables have to do with it?
Fruits and vegetables have to do with bees, and
Do
they're
you know what an
exploiting
appeal?
bees.
Do you know what a nirvana fallacy is?
Nirvana fallacy.
Nirvana
No.
fallacy. So a nirvana fallacy is a logical fallacy when you say you should not do something because it's not perfect. I'm not telling you to be perfect. I'm telling you that obviously when you buy an animal product, you do more harm to the environment, to the animals, to everybody than
Well,
when you
that's-
buy a
I'd say the
plant-based
same
product.
thing about
whatever
buying
the
from
plant-based
the-
product is.
I'd say the same thing about buying from the fashion industry. Personally,
Yeah, sure.
I try to make my own clothes or buy from the thrift store because
Sure.
I don't want to contribute to the oppression of people in the fashion industry.
And I completely agree with you on
And
that
so
one.
I would say that we try to do our best on making choices, or the people
But
who
in
are
the
trying to be
situation,
morally.
it isn't like trying to do your best. It's when you buy an animal product, you pay for animal exploitation, and you have another option. You always have another option. So how can you justify choosing to exploit and slaughter an animal when you don't need to? Like imagine when it comes to the fashion industry, in front of you, there's a blouse that was done on the slave and labor of humans, and one that was done ethically. How could you ever justify taking the one that was done on the
Sure.
slave and
Sure.
unethical side? You
Sure.
can't.
Right.
It would be unjust if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
So why would that not be the case when it comes to animal products, food, clothing, all this kind of stuff? Because every single thing we eat or we buy for clothing,
Mm-hmm.
we can always choose a different product. Meat, plant-based meat. Meat, tofu.
Sure. I think
milk,
it also comes
plant-based
into
milk.
budgeting.
Yeah,
And-
it's
and how
actually
much-
cheaper.
To feed a family of 5, it's not.
It's
but-
cheaper per person to be plant-based in all the Western countries. United States, we have 4 or 5 studies on this. United States, UK, Australia, Europe, it's cheaper to be plant-based.
I have to go. It was lovely talking to you.
How
Thank
many
you.
more animals should be exploited and slaughtered for you from now on?
How many more?
Yeah,
That's a good question. I don't know how many animals are exploiting.
100 per year.
Say again?
100 per year, at least.
100 per year
Yeah, that's the average.
for each person.
Yeah, who
Huh.
consumes animal products. If you were to
That
adopt
is
a
good to know.
plant-based diet, you could save up to 100 animals per year.
That's good to know.
Is that's not enough?
That's would be good. It
Yeah.
would be great.
Yeah. So is that a good enough incentive for you to stop exploiting animals?
I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna ruminate on it. I don't
Okay.
have an easy answer for you.
Do you think you can watch a documentary more to learn more about it?
Maybe.
Do you think you can watch Dominion, for example? It's filmed in Australia and some parts of it in US also.
Maybe.
Do you think until you watch it, you can choose to no longer oppress animals and choose to buy some plant-based products?
I'm definitely happy to choose some plant-based products.
Until you watch it?
Sure.
Okay. I appreciate you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have
thanks
a
for
good day.
chatting. Yeah.
Cheers. She felt attacked. Yeah, I noticed. I've been trying to stay just as normal as possible. I've been letting her finish all her statements. She did feel attacked, yeah. I don't know why. I tried not to be as nice as I could. That's okay. What can you do, man? She was an excusitarian, yeah. How long have you been vegan? I've been vegan for 4 years. And I was vegetarian for another 6 before that. You look tired. I look sexy. Thank you. Whenever somebody tells me I look tired or I look sick, I take that to mean I look sexy. Thank you. Nicely done, says Nick. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate you. Why does he not care about exploiting people? Who says I don't care about exploiting people? That would be a fallacy from relative privation. Here I am fighting for one cause and you're saying, well, there's another cause happening in the world. Why aren't you fighting for that? Fallacy from relative privation, my man. Let's not cause logical fallacies. Always talking about veganism has made me want to exploit and slaughter an innocent animal so that I can eat their flesh. Why are you so triggered, bro? Seems like you're triggered. You guys want to have a conversation with me?
I'm doing a social experiment. Come talk to me. What you got?
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Hi.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Money.
You want to come here so that you can view? Hey, you wanna come here to the review? What's your name?
Paul.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mr.
Where are you from,
Chip.
Paul?
I'm from America.
Where in America?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Nice. Haven't been there. My sister lives in North Carolina, so I always ask maybe.
What
on
part?
the offset.
I work
Charlotte.
in Raleigh.
You work in Raleigh?
Yeah.
Where Mr. Beast is, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that where Mr. Beast is? I
Yeah.
honestly don't know.
Yeah, I think he's in Raleigh.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool to meet him.
There's definitely smalthy people, so.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the rights of animals.
Okay.
Do you think animals should be treated like objects?
No.
No. But do you think that when we're farming them for products we don't need, like food, like clothing, we're exploiting them? Do you think we're, in that sense, objectifying them?
No.
No?
I think we treat them like animals. Like,
Okay.
I don't know what your faith looks like. I'm
Is
Christian.
that not already objective? Calling them, you treat them like animals as if somehow animals are inferior.
I
and you
would
call
treat
them.
I would care much less about a rock than I would a dog.
I would care much less
You
about
know what I'm
you.
saying?
I would care much less about you than my family. That does not mean I have the right to
I would
objectify
expect
you,
that.
right? Does that mean I have the right to objectify you?
No.
So
but
we're
what
not
is
talking
what
about
is
extrinsic-
objectification?
We're not talking about
the way you're
extrinsic
classifying
value.
it.
We're talking about intrinsic value. We're talking about individuals. Okay? Do you
Right.
think animals are individuals?
Not in the way a person would be. No.
Well, they're sentient. Do you know what sentience means?
Absolutely, of
What is it?
course. Capable of complex thought.
That would be sapient. No, but what they are is they have.
You said that would be sapien?
Yeah. So they are
Is it?
sentient. That means that they do have thoughts, they have feelings, they have a subjective experience of the world.
Okay.
Right? They experience life and the world through their eyes and through their senses, much like you do.
Yeah.
And they form memories and an experience out of it, right? Like what their brain
Right.
forms this whole thing that we call an experience, just like your
Okay.
brain does, right?
Right.
Do you think they're an individual essentially to themselves? Their life matters to them. Do you think
Yeah,
I
of
should
course.
kill them or use them for whatever I want? Hence the objectification, because I don't really care what like they have wills and needs and wants, and I don't care about any of that. I just say what I want out of your body is to get you pregnant so that I can take away your babies and take your milk. When you can no longer get pregnant, I kill you, and all of it. I literally don't care what you want.
It's hard to live off almonds. You know
Is
what
it
I'm
not
saying?
objectifying them when we do this to them?
Sure.
Yeah. So do
Sure.
you think-
If you're making me concede that, sure.
So do you think we need to do any of this to them?
Yeah, kinda.
Why is
Like
it
I
that we
said,
need
you
it?
can't live off almonds.
Do you think you
can't
can be
live off
health-
beans?
Sure,
I mean,
but-
I guess you could.
Let's
right?
not
Like, there's
strawman my
vegetarians.
argument. Let's not strawman my argument because I've never asked you to live off of almonds, right? I think you
Right.
can be healthy on a plant-based diet, and there are considerably
You
more
could
plants
be.
than there are
and I'm
animals.
agreeing with that. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm Christian. In my faith, they were put here for us.
Okay.
We are the dominant race. We are the dominant species, and we were.
But they were
supposed
not
to be.
put here for you to exploit and
to
slaughter.
consume. Of course, they were.
No, because they were created before humans were created.
As a food source for us, I totally.
How could they be a
believe
food
that.
source for you when they only after the original sin you could eat them?
We don't know that.
Yeah.
What were they? What
That's
were
what
they,
the
what
Bible.
were they
Did you
living
read the
off
Bible?
of before that? I have read the Bible.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you know the first 3 pages of the Bible literally explains
Mhm.
that animals were created on the 6th day and humans on the 7th day. No,
Uh-huh.
on the 5th day and humans on the 6th day, and God rested on the 7th day, right?
Right.
So on the 5th day when God created animals,
Who named the animals?
doesn't really matter. Whatever.
It kinda
this-
does.
This is your belief, right? That you create that God created animals. I don't
Cow
believe any
didn't
of this.
name
I don't believe
nobody.
any of this, by the way. I don't
The
believe in
bird
magic.
Didn't
So
name nobody. You know, Adam did.
okay, did you? Which animals did you name?
My dog, my
Okay.
pet,
Okay.
and like I said, they take the position of a pet, of an animal.
Okay. So how is it morally justified to cut the throats of dogs for optional products?
I probably wouldn't cut no dog. I'm not cutting no dog.
Why not?
I'll eat a burger. I probably wouldn't eat
Why
no
not?
dog.
Your religion allows it, right?
My religion allows eating dog.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know that many Christian cultures that eat dog. Truthfully.
Okay. But you said you read the Bible, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Daily.
does it allow it?
Specifically, yeah, I think maybe. I don't
Okay.
know, to be honest.
Okay. So why don't you eat dogs then?
That would be gross.
Why would that be
I
gross?
have dogs as pets.
Okay. So why would that be gross?
Don't
I'm not
know.
asking you to
Just
eat your
wouldn't
pets.
need a dog.
Okay.
I wouldn't need a dog.
What's the morally significant difference between a dog and another animal that justifies the difference in view?
I don't know that there is one.
Oh, so there isn't one.
I
But you
don't
treat
know.
them differently. Like one you give rights,
Yeah,
and one
it's hard
you
to have a
and
cow
one you
as a
exploit
pet.
and slaughter, right?
Yeah.
So why would you exploit and slaughter cows for products you don't need?
I do kind of need ground beef. I eat a lot of beef.
You don't need it though.
I'm trying to bulk up.
That's a really bad way to bulk up, dude.
Red meat? I don't
Red
agree
meat is
with that.
carcinogenic, man. It's the worst way to bulk up. It's like saying, I'm trying to bulk up, I'll eat some tar.
Red meat? There's a lot of really great bacteria in red
It's
meat.
carcinogenic.
And
We've
to an
established that
extent,
for 15 years now.
Depends how it's raised. Depends
It's
where it's
carcinogenic for
raised.
15 years, regardless of how the animal was raised or not. And even if it weren't carcinogenic, you can get your protein and your calories and your energy
From
content without
almonds.
exploiting animals, right?
From almonds.
Almonds
Yeah.
is only one source.
I
There's,
know, I
There's
know,
other
I'm
sources.
kidding.
So how is it morally justified to exploit and slaughter cows for products you don't need?
I would argue that I do need them.
Explain to me how you need them.
Food.
No. You can get food, you can get nutrition from other products. You acknowledge that you can be healthy on a
It's a
plant-based diet.
preference.
So it's not a need then.
Sure.
Okay, so you don't
Not
need
a
them.
need. No, you don't.
So
You're
how
right.
do you morally justify exploiting innocent animals for optional products?
Check this out. This is funny. Because I have posable thumbs and can.
Okay, so if a human does not have opposable thumbs, you would be okay with objectifying them, exploiting and slaughtering them.
No, I'm saying I am okay with objectifying and slaughtering them because I can.
Oh, you said also because you have object.
We are the dominant
wait,
race.
so might makes right.
Might makes right. Yeah,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be honest, that's natural selection.
That might makes right. So you're okay with slavery also, right?
No,
Why is slavery bad?
that has nothing.
Why is slavery bad?
See, imagine an animal rights activist trying to bring slavery
Yeah,
into
why
it.
is slavery bad?
Why is slavery
Yeah,
bad?
the Bible says it's okay.
I did intrinsically say that humans had more value.
You did intrinsically say that humans have more value, or did you say
Absolutely.
that humans have more intrinsic value? You
Humans
measure-
do have more intrinsic value.
Explain to me how humans have more intrinsic value than animals.
They are my species.
Oh, but that's not intrinsic value, so you don't know what intrinsic value means. That's fine. I'll explain. So intrinsic value means value coming from within. What you're calling is
Because they can
extrinsic-
create.
extrinsic
Because
value.
we as humans can create. We are the most dominant race. I'd rather have a human hanging around because they can help me.
So a human who cannot
Um,
help you, or an intellectually challenged human being who cannot
Can.
create, yeah, an intellectually challenged human being who has the same cognitive abilities of an animal, you're saying that they have less intrinsic value, correct?
Intrinsic.
Yeah.
By definition, yeah, they would.
Yeah. So intellectually
I guess.
intellectually
I could
challenged.
use a horse more than I could use a
So intellectually challenged.
challenged person. Yeah.
So intellectually challenged human beings are inferior to you, correct?
Intrinsically,
Yeah. So you'd have no problem.
morally.
So you would have no problem exploiting them.
that's not what I said.
No. Why would you have a problem exploiting them then?
I didn't. I would have a problem exploiting them because they are my species,
Okay. So what is a species?
and I would not eat them.
What is a species?
What is a species?
Yeah. You keep using this word. I
Homo
suppose you know.
sapien.
Okay, and I'm not asking you what your species is. I'm asking you what is the taxonomy called species.
I don't know. You're an animal rights activist. Educate me. To
Wait.
be honest, I don't know what
Wait, so why-
classifies a
so-
species.
So why use the word then?
Because I know that it applies to what I'm saying.
So you're using a word you don't know what it means?
I'm not even trying to argue with you, bro. Like I agree with animal rights.
No, you don't.
But
you
I'm
you
gonna
violate
eat a
animals'
burger
rights
because
every
I can't
single
do
day.
nothing about it.
You
I like
violate rights
burgers.
animal single day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you agree with animal rights exactly if you violate their rights every single day?
Get every single place that I would ever eat to make everything vegetarian, and I'll do it.
Okay. Okay.
Take it out of my
So it's not your
opportunity.
responsibility is what you're saying.
Yeah. What can I do about it?
Can you choose something else? Is somebody forcing
I-
you to make these choices?
No, but I'd rather not.
Okay, so you
I
can
like
make other
meat.
choices.
I love steak.
So you can make other choices.
Might go grab a steak.
Okay. I don't know what you find funny.
Might go grab a steak. But like, at
Can you
the
hold
end
this for a
of the
second?
day, yeah, sure. How many does he have? Oh, he's actually got more. That's awesome. I got you a couple people watching.
I don't care. So can you tell me how this is funny?
It's a sheep.
Yeah,
I don't
how
eat
is it
sheep.
funny?
I don't eat sheep.
Tell me how is it funny?
Oh, but I do eat steak.
How is it funny? Explain to me what the amusement out of this image is.
That's not what I was laughing at. I was
No?
laughing at my own humor.
What is
being-
your own humor in this
being
regards
used.
when it comes
I
to
don't
violating
remember
the
what I said,
animal
to be
rights of
honest, but it
animals?
was funny.
You said
let's
you,
skadoodle.
you said you're gonna support
You're
this. You
super
said you're gonna pay for
conflicted,
this.
bro. You're super.
You said you're gonna pay
conflicted.
for this, and then you laughed, calling it a joke. Yeah. Well, you're an animal abuser. You know that, right? Jesus fucking Christ, man. I mean, look at this shit. How can you laugh at this? How can you laugh at this? How can you laugh at that, huh? That's the question. How could you find that funny? Imagine that. Imagine being such a shitty person to laugh at this. Imagine being such a shitty defensive person. I don't know, bruh. I don't know what any word that I'm using means. I'm just gonna keep using words, but I don't know what they mean exactly. Imagine that. I think I'm gonna have one more conversation. Somebody's calling me Karen? Thank you, that's a beautiful name, I appreciate it.
Hello.
You wanna have a conversation?
How many views do you have?
Does it matter?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I think I'm gonna have one more conversation and that's it because I'm not in the mood for some people apparently.
Hi.
You wanna have a conversation with me?
What's your experience?
I just asked you some questions, but are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You wanna come here stage and view?
Okay. Yeah.
What's your name?
Marco.
Marco, I'm Chip, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Marco?
I'm from Italy.
Italy.
Yes.
Marco, I'm an animal rights activist.
Okay.
Do you think animals should be treated like objects?
What? Sorry?
Are animals objects?
No, of course.
Should they be treated like objects?
No, sure.
Okay. Do you think that when we farm them for products we don't need, like food or clothing, do you think we're treating them like objects?
No, it's not correct, I think.
It's not correct?
No, it's not correct.
No, okay.
You should treat them as something who lives. I don't want to say like humans, but it's not correct to do for our scope, like money or business or something like this. So we should like treat them as animals and something who lives.
Should we be exploiting and killing them?
No, I would say no.
Okay. So, are you vegan?
No, I tried, but it's like difficult for my diet because I tried to supply it with other fount of protein, but it's not enough for me. So I eat no, but
What isn't enough?
yeah, it's not enough. I mean, I tried to like peanuts and something like this, but it's not enough. So,
Peanuts?
yes,
Peanuts is not a good source of protein. No.
a protein.
Yeah.
No?
No.
How?
Peanuts is fat. It's mostly fat.
Yeah, but it's also protein.
Very little.
Like vegetables, like
I mean, I would say
like
soy,
peas,
tofu, tempeh,
like
seitan,
I don't know how to call it in English, like lentique it's called. Lentejas.
lentils.
Okay, maybe this one. Okay.
Yeah.
It's also protein.
Very little.
Very little, but it's like 25 grams on 100.
Yeah, but like when you want to eat high in protein, you look at protein per calorie, not protein per grams, right? Because if you take, for instance, if you take protein per grams, then I think pumpkin seeds have the highest, right?
Okay.
So with pumpkin seeds, you get like 30 grams of protein for 100 grams of product. But you also, to eat 100 grams, you eat like 600 calories.
Okay, okay.
But if you want to get 30 grams of protein, if you eat like, I think, a block of tofu, you get like 200 calories
Okay,
and
okay. Yeah,
30
got
grams
you.
of protein,
I
right?
got you, yeah.
So, because at the end of the day, you have a limited amount of calories that you eat, not a limited amount of
Yeah,
weight that you
sure.
eat, right? So, but let me ask you this, because if I give you resources to help you adopt
Yeah,
a
sure.
plant-based
I'm open to any tips if
Yeah.
you can give me.
Yeah, but
What kind of food do you suggest to supply the amount of protein that the meat can give you?
tofu, tempeh,
Tofu, okay.
seitan,
I eat a lot of
soy
cheese.
chunks.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing about it is that all these products, I don't have necessarily a problem with the products themselves, right? I have a problem with what happens to animals for
Okay,
these
okay, me too.
products.
We are on the
Yeah.
same page of this.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But you know what you know what happens, for example, for milk, for cheese.
In which meaning?
Like, do you know what cows go through to produce milk?
Yeah, sure. They are like intensive.
Not even in a normal farm, in a small farm. Do you know what they do?
Yeah, they feed it. They
Well-
feed them.
Why does a cow produce milk? Like, what has to happen for them to produce milk?
It's like literally I don't know, but I think it's like something natural because
I appreciate you saying that. You don't know,
it's
so-
the process.
Yeah,
it's like some.
They have to have a
chemist-
baby, so they have to have a baby,
Okay, okay.
right? So farmers impregnate them,
Okay.
whether that is either forcing them with a bull or they have this procedure where they put the hands in the anus of a cow,
Okay.
they hold their cervix,
Okay.
and then they inject semen in their vagina.
Yeah.
That's the common procedure, especially in smaller farms.
Okay.
And when the babies are born, they take away the babies from their mother. Do you know why they do that?
No.
Because if the babies stay with the mother, they drink the milk.
Okay, sure.
So, we want to
Yeah,
take as
sure,
much
sure.
milk as we can.
Yeah, we like to stole the milk.
What if the baby is born male? What do you think happens to them?
If the baby is born male,
Yeah.
what goes through the mother? Sorry, can
They
you
don't
repeat?
produce. Yeah. So if the baby was born male,
Okay.
they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
I don't know.
They kill them.
Oh, they killed? Oh, okay, no.
Yeah. And if the baby is born female, they suffer the same fate as their mother.
Okay.
Every year impregnated, every year baby is taken away,
Okay.
and every year used for their milk. And around the age of 6 or 7, they kill them also.
Okay.
And cows can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them at that early age?
Because they can sell the meat.
Also true, yeah, but mostly because they can't get them pregnant anymore.
Ah, okay, sure.
So if they can't get them pregnant anymore, they kill them and then
Yeah,
they use them
sure,
for meat.
sure.
You're right. Do you think this is fair to do
No,
to them?
it's not fair, of course.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
And we have so many other options right nowadays.
sure.
Okay. So, thank you for stopping by. I'll give you resources because I think
Yeah,
for you it's
sure.
more like the practical side. It's
Yeah,
an
exactly.
Issue, right?
I mean, the ideas. I'm like on. I'm agree on the ideas.
Yeah.
I just find troubles, as I told you, to like supply the lack of protein.
Yeah, but just
in
keep
my
in.
diet. I don't know how, but
That's okay. So there's a thing here called Challenge 22.
okay.
They hook you up with a dietitian. They help you adopt a plant-based diet for free within your
Okay.
budget, within your area,
Okay,
and
okay,
within your
okay.
means.
Okay, very interesting.
Do you think you can subscribe to that?
Yeah, sure. Maybe I can.
That's it. It's free.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll just urge you. Do you think you can watch the documentary Dominion? It's a documentary that kind of shows what animals go through.
Okay, okay,
And so
okay.
that you can make up your mind which side of it you
Okay,
want to be.
yeah, sure.
You can do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
I appreciate you. And until you watch that, can you be plant-based until you watch it?
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. You have
Okay.
my YouTube channel. You seem like
Yeah,
a really
sure.
nice
I'm
guy.
going
I
to
appreciate
subscribe you once
Yeah.
I'm at home. Okay.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Bye.
VC is open for Italians. Their diet is difficult to switch, but doable. I won't say it's difficult necessarily, but he was more open. Yeah, he was a nice guy. I'm not sure if was genuinely nice or just saying, but yeah, nicer guy. Everybody, if you're enjoying the conversations, remember to hit that like. Let's find another. Let's maybe have another conversation. This was too fast. Okay, look at this person. Good for you for trying, Chip, but you're wasting your time. 99% of the world has zero interest in being vegan, maybe even higher. Well, imagine if you had said that about the suffragettes. You're wasting your time. 99% of the world is okay with women not having rights. Imagine if you had said that. Nothing would. Any single thing in this world wouldn't change if you say you're wasting your time. Most people won't change. How about we change ourselves and then fight for the change ourselves? If all of us who have changed, if all of us who are vegan would speak up for the animals, we would get to a vegan world, to a world where we no longer exploit animals. In 10 years, I don't even know, way faster. Way, way faster. Global vegan diet is physically impossible without destroying nature. Well, it would destroy nature less than a diet where we consume animal products. So it would destroy less nature in the process. We have several evidence showing that eutrophication is way, way worse when consuming animal products. You can't convince biological drive. It's so funny that you think it's a biological drive. You know the old saying, I don't know if you guys know it, but call me when you put a baby with a puppy in the banana, and call me when the baby kills the puppy and plays with the banana. You know that the baby will eat the banana and play with the puppy, right? You can replace the puppy with a chicken if you don't believe me. Because you're born respecting animals. You're born thinking animals are okay. You're just then indoctrinated into the system that, hey, this is what we do to animals. It's necessary. It is what it is. Just indoctrinated in a system that not everybody wants to be part of. So in fact, if you're a parent, if you're a person who has kids, I think whether you are vegan or not, you should raise your children vegan, because it's extremely fucked up to indoctrinate your children in a system that you yourself might have difficulty getting out of, right? It's like saying, I don't like what's happening, I think it's wrong, but I'm gonna force my children to be part of the same system that I am. Imagine that. Somebody's really triggered in the chat. That's kind of funny. Wait. What an idiot! What an idiot! Wait, where is it? I read it. That's funny. Making me laugh. Thank you. Thank you, dude, for making me laugh. Where is it? I can't find it anymore. What an idiot thing to say about the baby in the banana. It was a hypothetical. I didn't say anything. This is the type of idiots in NL we need to deal with. It's so funny. What an idiot thing to say about the baby and banana. Face orange, raised eyebrows is this type of idiots. Oh, okay, you put it again, Savvy Coops, thank you. Was there ever a time in history when it was okay to eat meat from a vegan's perspective? I think if there is necessity involved, you can justify killing a sentient being, and that includes a human, right? Like take for instance the humans who crashed into the Andes, you know, where their plane crashed into the Andes and they ended up eating the dead people. I would not judge them. I would not say, what the hell you guys are doing, you should be in jail or something. So in situations of necessity, you can justify doing this type of stuff. But when you don't have that necessity, you can't really justify it. Like those people can't justify after that situation, or when they're no longer in that situation, they cannot justify, well, I'm gonna start eating dead people now, right? It just doesn't work that way.
Merhaba, kolay gelsin.
English,
Merhaba.
please.
I am speak Turkish.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Turkish.
Oh, okay.
Have a good one. Cheers. What are the odds? I'm genuinely curious. The vegan swat mosquitoes or flies? No. Is he your boyfriend? No, I don't have a boyfriend. But thank you. Thank you for assuming that I'm gay, because being gay means being cool. On this channel, being gay means being cool. He said hello. May it be easy for you. Yeah, he said hello. Oh, he said hello in Turkish. Okay. You speak Turkish, I'm assuming. Only at times if they attack me. Yeah, that's the point. The thing is, if an animal enters your house and you need to take them out, I would say you have the responsibility to do whatever it takes to take them out, not normally, nicely, without exploiting or without slaughtering them. But if the only way to do it is by you killing them, fuck, I'm not gonna judge you. Just like if a human enters your house and the only way to take them out of your house, like they invade your house and the only way to take them out is by maybe you or a professional killing them, who would judge you for that, right? That's the whole thing about it. It's so insane to me that we try to come up with these examples and excuses. See, vegans are not perfect or something. This isn't the point that we're trying to make. We're trying to say that when you have an option to not exploit and slaughter an innocent animal, why would you choose to exploit and slaughter an innocent animal? Why? when you have the option, and you always have the option. Homosexual vegan is super duper cool? Sure. What does the sign say? It says, I'm doing a social experiment, come talk to me. It's mirrored because YouTube mirrors it. Do you dust alpha mosquito carefully? I try northeast metal finding. I try, yeah. Sometimes I try to take mosquitoes. Well, every single bug I have in my house, I put a cup on them, then I put a sheet of paper, easily take them out. Not all of them, I'm successful. I still have a couple of fruit flies in my house, which I think they just reproduce on their own or something. They have like a little colony over there. And I don't really mind them that much anymore. A couple of them are so, I think they're interested or something. They're kind of bored being in my house, and sometimes they just land on my nose or something. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll let you live, whatever. I'm gonna kill them because they don't bother me that much, but you know. What is the best argument for veganism? Well, animals deserve to live just like us. Hey, well, you shouldn't be exploiting and slaughtering animals because we don't need to. Animals are sentient beings worthy of moral consideration, just like you. You sound like a Jainist towards every creature. Nah, I'm not a religious person. I'm not in any form. Just try to respect every creature at the end of the day. And that's what we're trying to say here. Like, nobody's perfect. You might end up killing some flies. You might end up killing some mosquitoes. And you might end up, I don't know, doing something bad. That doesn't mean you should do something bad in every situation, or you can justify doing something bad in every situation, right? It's not about perfection. It's about doing our actual very best. And the reason why I avoid saying that often is because a lot of people, when they say, oh, well, okay, if it's about doing my best, well, I'm doing my best and I'm consuming animal products. Well, no, you're not. You're not actually doing your best. You're not doing your actual best. And that's the whole thing about it. Yeah. Where's the line? Which line are you talking about? Hello, what about the B vitamins? Well, the only B vitamin that you can't get from plants is called B12. And that B12 is also not produced by animals. Animals also get it from the soil. But because we kind of fucked up the soil, there's not that much that they get also. So what happens is that animals get a supplement called B12 or a B12 injection, a lot of times even before slaughter, so that because they don't really care whether they had the deficiency or not, they do it only so that you get the B12. So when you're getting B12 from an animal product, you're getting it second hand through another supplement. So why not just get that supplement directly? In fact, I actually was B12 deficient while I was consuming animal products, when I was not even vegan. So, yeah. Why? I don't know why you insert moral in this conversation. Because veganism is a moral principle of rejecting animal exploitation. Simple as that. Hi.
Hi. I have all of these kids, so maybe not now,
sorry,
but the other.
Okay, sure, no problem. Good luck. Some people are just nice. Like, she was a nice person. Messed up the soil to grow your vegetables? Well, no, in fact, we messed up the soil by doing monocrops, and most monocrops are done for animal agriculture. Most monocrops are done to feed the animals. It's so funny that you guys really, really want to vilify veganism, but in fact, there is no way that veganism is not the better solution. There is no single way that consuming an animal product when there is no need for it is a better option. There is no way. There's just no way. It's logically impossible. Some Dutch are one of the most reasonable people on the planet. What do you mean some? I don't just speak to Dutch people. And not all the people in the Netherlands are Dutch. And not all the Dutch people are reasonable. And I disagree with the statement that Dutch people are some of the most reasonable people on the planet. I like the directness, I like the honesty, but I wouldn't necessarily call them the most reasonable. I like Dutch people, I'm not gonna lie. Dutch people are nice. That's why I moved here to live here, because I like Dutch people also. Are you concerned also with others polluted industry like dressmakings, bigs? Well,
Well,
it's not about food. It's about clothing, entertainment, and every situation that you're choosing to exploit in animals. It's about the rights of animals. It's about the victim. It's not about the industry, the way you do it. It's about the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of animals. Cool, but the meat industry is our pride. I don't care. If the slave industry were your pride, do you think we should continue doing the slave industry? No, of course not. Who gives a shit if you're prideful in something that's immoral? I don't care. You should stop doing that. It's as simple as that. And I'm Dutch now, and I'm not proud to that what the Dutch farmers are doing. And neither are my friends who are also born Dutch even. Where are you from? Originally Romania, but now I live here, and I'm a citizen of the Netherlands. Why do we have canines? We just do. Why would that matter? Do you think the fact that we have canines somehow means we should exploit and slaughter animals? Your canines are not nearly sharp enough or good enough to bite through raw meat, first of all. Most likely reason that we have canines is self-defense, because we come from primates, and primates usually use canines to display aggression, you know, to say, get out or something. But look at these canines. What kind of canines are you talking that we have? We don't have any canines. Come on. These are not canines. These are just some teeth. You guys want to have a conversation with me?
We're here to talk to you.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Sure.
You want to come here?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, hang on. Can you let me know what we're going to talk about before we talk?
Sure. What's your name?
Josh.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Josh.
Nice to meet
What's
you.
your name?
Mitch.
Mitch?
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Canada.
Canada.
Yep.
Love it. Where in Canada?
Edmonton.
Edmonton. I don't know what that is. I'd love to say no. I thought maybe there's something I don't know.
No, far north.
Far north.
Yep.
Far north, huh? So
It's
this is
north.
better weather than there.
Oh, way better, yeah.
Okay. You don't get a lot. You know, when you leave Amsterdam, there was an ad. I remember that there's an 84% chance that where you're going, there's better weather than here, or something like that.
Very true.
But I guess
Yeah.
not if you're going to Edmonton.
Yeah, I'm in that 16%.
So I'm an animal rights activist. I'm Chip. I'm an animal rights activist. I want to speak. I want to be the voice of animals. Do you guys think animals are objects?
No.
Versus what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Objects or subjects?
philosophical debate, I guess. Both, depending on how you look at it.
Both. Are
Yeah.
humans both?
I guess you could objectify anything,
Yeah.
but I guess it. How would you define that?
Are animals subjects or objects?
Well, what makes somebody a subject?
That's a great question.
I would say the fact that if they have a subjective experience of the world, if they themselves consider themselves subjects of their own universe.
Right. Okay. So if they have a subjective experience of the world, they're subjects. But if they
Right.
don't, they're objects.
Yeah, I would go by that,
Then I
right?
would say they're subjects. Yep.
Yeah, they're subjects, exactly.
Yeah.
because they
Under that
do have
definition, sure. Yeah.
Do you think it's okay to objectify animals?
Is it okay?
Yeah, like,
as
is it
like
moral?
right or
Is
wrong?
it right or wrong? Yeah.
What context? When you're taking a picture of them, is that objectifying them?
It's a good one. That's a very good,
Or if I'm painting a
question.
picture of an animal?
Good
Like,
question. So I would say you objectify them when. So I don't think when you disregard what them as an individual wants. So take for instance, if an animal wants to live but you kill them,
okay. How do I know it wants to live though?
I think you can see it. That one.
Yeah.
And you can assume that they want to live. I don't think your willingness to live comes from your intelligence or anything other than something natural that you have born within yourself, right? So why would you assume that they don't have that also?
No, I don't assume that.
Yeah, yeah.
actually.
Yeah. I mean, we know they want to live. We know they're sentient beings.
For
They-
sure. Yes. Yeah. Like like a deer wants to live when a wolf is chasing it. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we choose to farm them, for example, to basically impregnate them, do whatever we want to them or their babies, and then kill them when we say we want to kill them, is that not a form of objectifying them?
Yeah. Under the definition you provided, yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it goes against, I guess, their own rights.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
if they don't want to die, they probably don't want to live in a massed farm and be bred and slaughtered. It's probably safe to assume that they don't want that.
Do you think we need to do that to them?
Need to?
Yeah.
I don't think we. I mean, I guess we don't really need to do anything. So yeah, I guess we don't need to. No.
No, like we can be healthy without doing this to them, right? Like it's when it comes to food, we can adopt a plant-based diet. When it comes to clothing, we have other materials.
100%.
When it comes to any situation, entertainment, say, we don't need to put them in zoos and point at them and say, ah, look at the cow.
For
right?
sure. Yeah,
we can
definitely.
entertain ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So, if you're saying this, do you guys participate in this? Like, do you pay for animal products? Do you pay for animals to be treated like objects?
I guess I do. Yeah.
Yeah. What is keeping you from not doing that anymore? Or do you want to stop doing that?
I guess. Well, okay, so like, I don't know. I think convenience. I think we live in a world where most of the time I don't even read the label on something to know if it has an animal product in it, unless I'm buying like meat from a store and I know it's an animal product. Because
Or
a lot of
milk
things.
or cheese.
Yeah. But there are a lot of things like gummy bears that are made out of like the bones of So I don't really think about that as being an animal product, but it is. So I think there's like a level of
But don't you think
ignorance.
you should?
Why?
Because in the other side of it, the animal gets exploited and slaughtered.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're paying for somebody to exploit and slaughter them so that they can make those products.
Like I agree with the point you're making because I agree it's wrong and you
Yeah.
shouldn't do it. But there's like, we live in an information society where we have to worry about everything.
Yeah.
It's creating a lot of anxiety, and I think there's like a level of ignorance is bliss. It doesn't mean it's right, but like to choose your battles, I guess. You go, okay, well, like, what am I going to worry about today, and like how much does my life have to change from now? I think to make small steps forward is a great way of doing it, but a total overhaul, like I've stopped eating gummy bears. I try to be conscious and pick and choose the battles of when I choose to eat animal products versus not, and I try to be conscious of it.
But you still choose, right?
But I do, yeah, because I think a radical change is really hard, and discipline is hard too.
But is it harder for you or for the animals?
Probably for them, for sure. Yeah, definitely harder for them.
So I'm trying to think, because I understand you weren't like nobody, you were born into the system, right? Like you were taught to be part of the system. It's not your fault that you're part of the system per se,
For
right?
sure.
But it is your fault if you choose to continue supporting it, right?
Yep. I have choice and free will.
Yeah, you have choice.
Yeah.
And that's the whole crux of it, because I understand you may think that it's more difficult for you, but you just have to make different choices. And
Yes.
while there is an adjustment period where you learn which choices to make,
Yep.
afterwards you just make the same choices every day. I'm
For
pretty
sure.
sure if you
Yeah,
go
it will
into a
become
supermarket,
second nature.
yeah, it becomes
Totally.
second nature. You
Yeah.
know what to do and what to look out for. So don't you think you owe the animals or your own values, if not the animals, this consideration of you trying to no longer put them in this position?
Yeah, I think as somebody who believes to be moral in some rights, I do believe we owe it to them.
Yeah. Yeah. So have you considered being vegan ever?
I have. I've tried it out, but like it's like inspiration. It's fleeting. Like I've been inspired to be vegan and I've done it for 2 weeks, and I think for me that transition of going cold turkey and making that transition like immediately, it was really tough for me. So
But why did you try to do that?
for the same reason we're having this conversation right
For
now.
the animals.
Yeah, exactly. And being conscious and aware, and they're not choosing to suffer, and we do have alternatives as humans to.
So then how can you go back to it?
Because I think it's too much of a big change in my life that it's easier to make small changes, like quitting smoking, quitting heroin. It's really hard to just quit cold turkey. Sometimes you have to wean off.
Heroin, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to wean off, right?
Yeah.
Because we're habituated. It's hard to break habits. Like you can't like.
Yeah, but we can't I agree
you
with
can think
you.
about any habit. It's hard to break, and we're human. Like we're an animal too. So,
Yeah,
it's like
but-
telling a wolf to do it. I mean,
But this sounds more like and correct me if I'm wrong, but this sounds more like a justification to continue doing it more than an actual. Like it sounds
I'm
more
not trying
like
to justify it. I'm just trying to say that the reality of it is hard. I
Yeah.
agree with you that we should, but I'm just saying it's hard. We should, but it's also hard.
I guess like I'm a nutritionist. I had no difficulty. I switched overnight. I know a lot of people who switched overnight and they had no difficulty. So I
Yeah.
think that if you keep into consideration, that's why I asked you why you did it, because I think like if you consider the victim's perspective,
Yep.
your perspective is not nearly as hard, right? So like even if you let's say you tried it for 2 weeks and it's difficult, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I'm going to try to buy an animal product. If you then consider the victim again, because that's why you're doing it, you
Yeah.
can't possibly say, oh, it's harder for me, or oh no, it's okay, fuck the victim, right? Like,
I mean, that's a really, like, I see what you're saying. That's a pretty intense way of seeing it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't negate the fact that any sort of change is hard to do.
sure,
Yeah,
it just
like in
seems harder. The reality is the change just seems harder than it is, because a lot of the times the change takes, like a habit takes 22 days for you to usually change it.
Yeah.
22 between 22 and maybe, let's say, depending on the person, a month and a half or something.
Right.
But afterwards it's exactly the same. So you just have to go through this period where, like, if you really think that there shouldn't be victims created for you, especially when there's no need for it, because victims are created for us every single day,
Yeah.
even when we don't want to. But if you have a choice between creating victims or not, I think we have a responsibility to choose to not create victims, right? So whenever I make a choice, even if it seems a little bit harder for me, I think, well, wait a minute, if I were in the other position, I wouldn't want the person to say, well, fuck that, because we always go by this rule of treat others how you would want to be treated,
Yep.
right? Like
Sure.
it's this golden rule that our society is essentially based on. I wouldn't do anything bad to you because I wouldn't want you to do anything bad. Well, not because, but I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't want anybody to do it to me. Like
Sure.
I would understand how it feels like.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know the difference between cognitive empathy and effective empathy?
Like, is like understanding that something's wrong versus like putting into action. Like,
Exactly,
yeah.
kind of like that. Yeah. So when you say cognitive empathy is understanding that something
Yeah.
is wrong, right? It's understanding logically that, oh, that's wrong.
For sure.
And effective empathy is when you feel it, right? Like
Yeah.
like if you see a dog over here being kicked, you're like, oh, what the fuck's going on? You feel bad for
Totally.
the dog,
Yeah, yeah.
and you have more of an incentive to act, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it feels to me like you had the whole cognitive empathy, but you didn't have that effective empathy to act per se. In
For
that
sure. Yeah.
situation, right?
I guess because there's like you're separated from the factory farm and where we get at the grocery store. There's a big separation between those.
And it's
So-
intentionally made that way.
100%.
Because the more separated you are, the easier it is to
It is.
forget
Yeah.
what they go through, and the easier it is for you to make your choices.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like like if you understand that you should be doing it, I can give you resources to help you with that. But I want to ask you, this is a last question, and it's a hard one.
Yep.
How many more animals should be put in this position for you from now on? I don't care what happened in the past. I'm not here to judge. I was part of it also, you know. But
Right.
going forward, how many more animals should be exploited for you?
I mean, ideally none. You
How
know,
about
but
you?
in a perfect world.
How about you?
I concur. I'd say ideally not.
Yeah, ideally none. Do you think you can accomplish that?
I can try my best.
You can try your best.
And that's
I
all
mean, that's
I can
all I can.
promise.
That's
Yeah.
also all I can hope for at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? Just be true to yourself. So let's do this, because are you guys together? Can I give you one card, or should I
Sure.
give you-
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a documentary. I'll give you 2 cards. Fuck it, I have so many cards in here.
Okay.
So there's a documentary here called Dominion. It just shows what animals go through. You kind of
Yep.
get to see their perspective a little bit. Do you think you can give that a watch? Just to
bet.
get informed about milk, about honey, about eggs, to know everything that it is that you have been supporting.
For sure.
And if you decide that you don't want to be part of it, there's a thing called Challenge 22. They hook you up with a nutritionist. They send you recipes every day,
Yeah.
and they help you go vegan for free.
Oh.
All of it to suit your diet, to suit your need, to suit your location, your price, everything you have.
Cool.
Until you watch that documentary, do you think you can adopt a plant-based diet? Maybe, I don't know, have a meal or 2 today and then watch it tonight.
We just had a plant-based lunch on our walk over here.
Fuck yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Where'd you guys go?
We were at the Van Gogh Museum.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you just went to Albert Heijn or where?
Is that what the Van Gogh Museum's called? I just thought it was called the Van Gogh
Oh,
Museum.
do they have meals in the Van Gogh Museum?
No,
No,
we
no,
brought
no,
our
no,
own
we
meals.
brought-
you
Yeah,
brought your
it's
own.
just like vegetables and fruit.
okay,
So that's
okay.
what we had.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great meals over here. There's a thing called Karma Kebab right around the corner here.
Okay.
They have this meaty texture made from celery. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, cool.
If you
Okay.
just like these wraps, the giant wraps,
Yeah.
they're so freaking delicious.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there's a lot of options in Amsterdam, so that's why
Nice.
I think it's very easy to do it here.
Yep.
And until you watch it, because maybe after you watch it, you'll feel like how I did and be like, shit, this is fucked up. I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't, but just in case you do, that you no longer be part of it.
Yeah.
Think you
Yeah.
can do that?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good, man.
I appreciate you guys. You have my YouTube channel over there. You seem like open-minded guys. I don't speak to a lot of open-minded people. You have more of a responsibility to act, okay?
Well, yeah. You know, you're right. Yeah.
Because most people just follow. We can't just be followers. We also sometimes gotta lead, especially
Right.
in
Well,
situations
you're doing
like
a
this.
noble cause.
I
So,
appreciate you guys.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Take care.
Okay, I think that's it, everyone. That's it. We're done. We're done. I'm tired. Gotta go finish more work. I'm tired, but I gotta go work some more. Always keep working. How did I feel about this conversation? It was good. It's always difficult in these conversations when people kind of know what it is. He wasn't apathetic necessarily, but he also wasn't like, yeah, doesn't have the drive that he wanted to do something about it or change, right? So it was a little bit, yeah. I never know how to deal with these situations. Tap that like, yeah, Louis, tap that like. I'm going to be live again tomorrow, most likely with Lodavike, we'll see. Nick, thank you so much for the super sticker. Again, I appreciate you, Nick. This guy looks nice. Thank you, being an engineer, I appreciate you. Yeah. Listen, everybody, I'm not here to judge. I know a lot of you guys come into this stream and I make fun of you for saying stupid stuff like bacon or whatever kind of stuff you're saying. But you know, I'm really genuinely just here fighting for their rights because I understand to you it might be just a meal, it might be just a ... just a ... which is already a form of objectification. But to them, you know, this is their life. Like, I kid you not, this is what they're going through. This is what they're every single day, this is what animals go through. They get exploited and slaughtered. This is their life, man. Since we've been having this stream, I think more than 10,000 animals have been going through this worldwide. Don't be that person to put them in that position. Don't be coming up with nonsensical excuses to justify violence. Don't be coming up with nonsense bullshit like I don't know, like somebody was saying plants have feeling. No, they don't. Stop it with this nonsense. Just stop it with the pseudoscientific nonsense you really want to believe, this motivated reasoning. I really want to believe this, therefore it's okay to justify for me to do this. Stop it with this. Stop it. Somebody saying like Hone, this person is saying, well, it's their choices. Hone, I never mentioned that it's not their choices. It's my choice if I want to go and punch people on the street or not. That does not make my the choice for me to punch people a right choice. You understand? I'm not debating whether it's a choice or not. I'm saying that choice is a bad choice because there are victims to it. There are innocent victims that are exploited and slaughtered. When we think about animals, when we think about defenseless creatures, we think we should defend them. When we have humans who cannot take care of themselves, we think we should defend them. But yet when it comes to these animals, that all of a sudden we get so much pleasure and, I don't know, convenience out of it, doing it. We've been doing it our whole life and whatever. We don't even think from their perspective. We don't even consider their perspective. We think they're fucking objects. I can do whatever I want to them. Let's not be those people, okay? Let's not be that. Let's be a little bit better. Come on, I mean, how the hell else are we gonna evolve as a society? Nobody fucking loves the world we live in today. Nobody does. The rich are fucking getting richer. The poor are getting poorer. We live in a society where the repercussions of saying I have power, therefore it's justified, literally are coming down on us. The repercussions of this type of thinking, they're different. I have power. I look after my own, not others. This type of thinking is the one that led us into this situation. That is the type of thinking that makes the world shitty. Don't be a shitty person to others. Break the cycle. Be a nice person, okay? That's all I'm saying. Plants feel pain, it's been proven. Yeah, look at this nonsense person. Like, how can I not make fun of you when you come up with this ridiculous statement? It's been proven. Just drop the study. Drop the PMID where it says that plants have pain, plants have feelings. Plants feel pain. Drop the PMID. That's it. Your intentions is good, but the lifestyle you're introducing is not something they feel worth living for. I don't care if you feel worth living for. Do you understand what I mean? A rich person may not give a flying fuck about you and say, hey, I don't care. My lifestyle, if my lifestyle oppresses, I don't know, thousands of poor people, I don't care. That's my lifestyle. I want to continue doing it. But with this mentality of I'm more powerful, therefore it's okay for me to do whatever I want to somebody else, this mentality leads to this shit, leads to you being the victim, because there will always be a more powerful individual than you. Well, there is one person on top always, but if you're not that person, and none of us are, there will always be a more powerful individual than you. And when that powerful individual comes back at you and says, hey, I don't care. I have power. Might makes right. How the burger guy was saying. Imagine saying that kind of nonsense. This is what you're doing to the animals. Don't be that person. Break the fucking cycle. It may not make a difference for you, but it will to thousands of victims that you would otherwise make. It will make a huge difference for thousands of animals. Imagine if right now you could make a choice that impacts thousands of individuals who feel, who think. That's the choice you could be making right now today. You could say, fuck it, I'm done. I'm done being this person. I'm done. I want to be on the right side of history, as Peggy says. I appreciate you, Peggy, and you're right. I want to be on the right side of history. I don't want to be an oppressor. I don't want to look back at it and tell my children, you know what? I was the one who was coming into, when the people were fighting for animal rights, I was coming in there and spouting nonsensical bullshit that meant nothing. I was the one who was trolling them, who was trying to make them stop fighting for their rights, because I was feeling like a little man, and the only way for me to feel like a big man was for me to come into the streams where people were fighting for animals' rights. It was for me to come in there and say, hey, I'm okay with exploiting them. I don't give a fuck about them. This isn't the type of person you want to be. This isn't the type of person you want to lead. I don't think you want a book written about you saying how shitty you were to animals, okay? So don't be shitty to animals. What is this ADHD sucker talking about? Brother, thank you for calling me that. I appreciate you. I do more for animals, silly guys. Hone. All this like this, what do you do for animals, Hone? Let's see. I'm not gonna judge you. Tell me, what is it that you do for animals, Hone? Come on. I'm waiting. What is it that you do for animals, Hone? I clean up the whole world at scale with my inventions. Hone, what is it that you do for animals? You clean up the world from what? From plastic? From oil? What is it that you clean the world from, even? Hone, what is it that you do for animals? You have yet to answer my question. Peg says, thank you, Chip. Peg, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I clean up plastics out of the sea with my inventions. Fuck yeah, Hone. I so hoped, Home, that you would say that. Thank you, God. Well, there's no God, let's face it. Thank you, Sky Daddy. Thank you, Sky Daddy, for making Hone say this nonsense. Okay, well, thank you, Hone. Well, wouldn't you know it, Hone? If you do that, then you're aware that 80% of the plastic, more than 80% of the plastic that is in the sea and the ocean, is coming from the fishing industry. And well, you know what, Hone? Instead of you placing a patch on it, how about you no longer pay for plastic to get in the ocean by you buying sea creatures, huh? Do you think you can do that, Hone? Do you think you can do that, Hone? Do you think you can do that? Do you think you can choose to no longer put plastic in the ocean by refusing to buy fishing products? Because you know it. And if you don't know it, that's kind of fucked. But you should know it. This is a good statistic. More than 80% of the plastic in the ocean and the seas is coming from the fishing industry. Come on, Hone, tell me. Tell me how you're cleaning up the plastic by dumping more plastic in the ocean. So you're saying you're causing the problem and you're cleaning the problem yourself. Tell me. Hone says, that's so rude, might as well do nothing. There you go, Hone. Thank you so much, Hone, for proving my point. Thank you for proving my point. You see? Because because you seem to like the Dutch people. When I'm behaving as a Dutch person and I'm being honest with you, and that, dude, you're so rude. Thank you, I appreciate that. That's my Dutchness, man. That's my Dutchness. It's coming out. I became Dutch. It's coming out. What can I say? And Hone, let me tell you right here, right now, I very clearly am being direct with you. I'm not being rude, man. Imagine the idea of saying I clean up plastic, but I pay so plastic goes into the ocean. Imagine the idea that you're saying. I'm the one that's better because I'm cleaning up plastic. Sure, I'm the one part of the problem causing the plastic to be in there in the first place, but I'm also doing it to clean up. I'm not saying fucking clean it up, man. That's beautiful that you're doing that. But what gives you the right to exploit and slaughter animals if you do that? What gives you the right to exploit and slaughter animals and cause the issue that you're fighting against if you're doing that, huh? What gives you the right, Hone, to exploit and slaughter innocent animals? Hone, what gives you the right to exploit and slaughter innocent animals? I'm not saying what I do is better, brother. I think you're misconstruing what I'm saying. I literally am saying, how is it that you think, like you, first of all, I did not make any comparison, Hone. But I see you got really triggered. But let me explain it to you very simply, Hone. You said you do more for the animals. You make this statement, hence why we're on this road, Hone. You said you do more for the animals. And I asked you, what is it that you do for the animals before I prove to you that that's not true? And what you're doing right now, Hone, is you're realizing the hypocrisy of what it is that you do. Because on one side you say, I'm gonna go clean up the ocean, which is fucking amazing that you do it, Hone. That's a beautiful thing, and props to you for doing it. Applause for you. W's in the chat for Hone for cleaning up the ocean. But on the other side, you go around, you go and pay. So what? So that plastic arrives in the ocean, so that you exploit and slaughter innocent animals, and all of it, you're aware that it's a choice that you're doing all of this. You can always choose to not do that, but what do? You say, I'm doing enough. I'm fighting to clean up the ocean. Therefore, it's justified for me to do whatever I want because I'm doing enough. No, brother, it doesn't work that way. Do your best in every situation. Do your best in every choice that you're making. I'm fighting for an animal. I'm a software engineer for an animal rights company. I'm spending my free time fighting for animal rights all the time. Almost 100% of my time is spent doing this. Okay, Hone? So all I'm saying, please stop exploiting and slaughtering innocent animals. Okay, Hone? How about you do that? Do you think you can do that? Thank you, Hone. I appreciate you. Please try to do that, okay? So many people got triggered for me literally proving Hone wrong. For me literally. Can you talk about animals killing and eating other animals? They do it out of necessity. Hone says, oh, so I have to do everything? Hone, you're the one making the choices, bro. I'm just telling you, make different choices. I'm not asking you to fight for animal rights, Hone. I'm not asking you to be in my place. No, I'll be doing this. I'll be doing this part of it. All I'm asking you is don't make my life more difficult. Just like I'm not gonna make your life difficult by throwing plastic in the fucking water or the ocean. If you respect what I do, and I respect what you do, as I clearly said that I do respect what you do for cleaning up the ocean, and I appreciate it, don't fucking go around paying for animals to be exploited and slaughtered, okay? Can you do that? You're making the choices. Hone, can you do that? It's Des says, Chip convinced me to be vegan. I appreciate you, it's Des. That's cool. Hone, do you think when you're making your choices, do you think you can choose to make it? Do you think you can make the choice that no longer exploits and slaughters animals? Not asking you to fight for animal rights. I'm not asking you to speak on their behalf. I'm merely asking you to make a different choice. Do you think you can do that, Hone? It's my birthday today, says Cog Becky. Happy birthday. How old are you turning? There you go, Chon. I choose to save people, not animals. And hence, here comes the truth, Hone. Here comes the truth. You make a claim saying you do more for animals. When somebody challenges you on that claim, you cower, you say, and eventually you give away, you give up, and you say, well, I care more about humans. Thank you. Thank you, Hone. You want to make the world more beautiful? Where, Hone, I have failed to see how you're making the world a more beautiful place when you're paying for this. And get ready, everybody. Get ready. Tell me, how are you making the world a better place when you're paying for this, Hone? A more beautiful place, even. Tell me, Hone. You're paying. This happens because of you, Hone. Hone, right now, you have the choice to not pay for this, Hone. You have the choice to not have this happen in the world. 100 animals per year, 100 animals, Hone, per year are going through this because of you. You may not like to hear it, but that is the reality, Hone. And I'm not trying to attack you, I'm trying to be honest with you. You know why, Hone? Because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't really care who you are as a person. I'm not attacking who you are as a person. I'm not attacking who you are as a ethnicity, individual, or anything else. I'm attacking your choice to put animals in that position, your choice to exploit and slaughter innocent animals. And that choice should fucking well be attacked, because that's not a good choice. David, the 40-year-old vegan, put a really good link in the chat called the 3-minute video. It's 3minutes.wtf/VPLYT. If you guys want to see what you're supporting, Hone especially, how about you give that a watch, okay? Give that a watch, Hone. I know you're very triggered. I understand that you're very triggered. But listen to the words that I'm saying, okay, Hone? Stop exploiting innocent animals, Hone, okay? You are self-righteous. At the end of the day, that's what they'll say, huh? That's what they'll say. That's what they said to the suffragettes. That's what they said to the people fighting for human liberation. That's what they'll say to the people fighting for animal liberation. You are self-righteous. Why? Because I'm challenging your choice to exploit and slaughter them. Yeah. Chip calling somebody triggered is like a fish calling somebody wet. That's funny. That's funny. That's kind of funny. You're triggered also? No, I'm not. But sometimes am. I was triggered after that conversation with that guy. But right now, no, I'm not triggered. My choice as Hone. Oh, Hone, don't tell me, is somebody forcing you to buy animal products, Hone? Hone, is somebody forcing you to buy animal products? Hone, is somebody forcing you to buy animal products? Hone, is somebody forcing you to buy animal products? Don't be a child, Hone. Hone, don't be a child. Is somebody forcing you to buy animal products? No, but we choose, says Gapstar. There you go. It's as easy as that. So you do make a choice. So how about you make the choice to no longer oppress animals? How about you make the choice to... Hone says, I lose money, but I don't care. Hone, we're in the same boat, you and I. We should be friends, Hone. We both care so much about the world that we're willing to lose money and time to make the world better. And I'm agreeing with your cause of cleaning up the plastic. But when I challenge you that you're literally going against your own cause by buying animal products, somehow you get triggered and upset about it. Rather, grow up. Stop oppressing innocent animals, okay? Because you disrespected me. Sure, Hone. Sure, cry some more. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I hope you've had a good time in this chat. If you enjoyed some of the conversations we had, please hit that like, subscribe, consider becoming a member. As I said, I am losing money, and I would love to no longer that happen, because I can only lose so much money, okay? And we have a contest on this channel where we give a shout out to the first person that comments on every single stream that we do here. And I'll give a shout out because the first person to comment was Tone. Soy Daddy. Soy Daddy. Soy Daddy. Give a shout out to Soy Daddy. Somebody said, let this be your lesson, Hone. Hone, brother, don't be a child, okay? Grow up. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. How dare you hold me accountable? How dare you hold me accountable, says Hone. I'm not gonna save the fish anymore. Well, Hone, it sounds like you weren't even doing it for them then. If the minute somebody challenges you, you're saying, well, fuck them, then I'm not gonna save it anymore. It sounds like you were just doing it for the adulation, not them. Hone, what's going on, man? Are you proving more of my points right now? Veganism in itself is a choice. It is also a moral obligation. So if you don't go vegan, you are a basic ass bitch, says Axel. Yeah. So Hone, I hope you grow up. I hope you continue your fight to clean up the plastic. But I also hope you stop. I hope you stop putting plastic in the ocean yourself. And I hope you stop oppressing animals, okay? And this goes for all of you. Thank you so much.